Bashers! What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm like a couple of minutes late. I actually got a new camera and it arrived in the mail like 15 minutes ago. I was very excited about not using my phone and using this camera, and I plugged it in, and this fucking thing is gonna need like quite a bit of tweaking, El Tweako, because it just didn't work out for me. But it's cool. I'll tell you what it is. It is this. It's the Keo. I think there's a lot of green on this box. It's a Keo broadcast ready camera, 1080p with a ring light and all this shit. And I plugged it in, and it looked good for a second. The second I plugged it into the show, it started to look like Cuckoo Town. Had it come an hour ago, maybe it would have been working. So I just had to scramble really quickly and get my phone back on. This is my iPhone, the 14. So how are you all tonight? Who do we got in the room? Andrew's working till 5:30. What else is new? Where are you? Guy, attends. Upvote, everybody. Hey, please upvote. Doesn't cost anything, and it's fun. Kontiki Services. Hello from Canada. Hello. Ayo. What is it? Oh, it's actually, it's yeah. Mark from Brooklyn, crazy NVIDIA crosses 2 trillion market cap. Is that true? Wow, NVIDIA. I was more an IT, what was it? When I was a geeky Windows guy, ATI. I was an ATI Radeon guy. But, you know, things have changed dramatically. It is Nathaniel Hannon, the incomparable, with the super sticker for $20. It is Crazy Friday. Asheen, the big guy, he's feeling better. He will be joining us soon. He's doing Who Needs a Drink? Who needs a drink? Do you need a drink? Vasilios P, good evening. Dean is here. Scotty H, Lord Scotty, as he is now officially known. You may address him as Lord Scott, Lord Scotty. Mark from Brooklyn. Hooray, the CDC has dropped its 5-day COVID isolation guidelines. Here's why and what's changed. I don't know. I think everybody's so desensitized to this at this point. You know, it's like everybody's got the morning after pill. But happy Friday, everybody. How is Laverne? Man, she's great. Great. I am just, trepidatious about the whole thing. I spoke to her doctor today on the phone. Not her doctor, a doctor from this megalopoli of pet hospitals, this metropolis called the Animal Medical Center, and her regular doctor didn't call me, but another guy seemed very smart, but he's like, well, it's probably this and not that. And I'm like, well, she's eating like a gavone. She's running around like a kook bag. She's acting like herself. She's got plenty of power in the back legs. Whatever we're doing, steroid, antibiotic, blah, blah, blah. We went and got her another week of antibiotic just to see. I'm going to get her some blood tests this weekend. On Sunday, I have an appointment. And hopefully everything has gone back to normal, because it could go one of 3 ways, they said, and it better go my way. It better go my way. That's all I have to say. Scotty H is lucky. Lord Scotty. You should change that from now on to Lord H. How about that? Ray with the 10. Where's my striker? I moved everything around because I was putting this stupid fucking camera together and it just didn't work out. There it is. This has the best tone. My Carolyn pen. Sounds great. I love it. That's great. Thank you so much for that. Ray. Dean, £5 super sticker. Take Wonder Woman. Steve McDonald says, great to hear she's doing well, man. I'm very, very, very happy about how well she's been doing, really. And she's just been her. She's just been her. She's eating a lot of tuna. Something I never gave her. Paul and her used to have tuna parties when I wasn't home. He'd open up a can of like Bumblebee or whatever, white albacore, and they'd have a tuna party. But because I don't eat that shit. I'm a vegetarian. Lord Scotty says, "Can I change my name?" I don't know. I think you can, but from now on, you are Lord H, Lord Scotty H. This is going on in our Patreon chats. We're like, from now on, I bequeath you, Lord Scotty. Canermic. Good to hear Laverne's feeling better. I got some terrible news today, but won't go into it as it's too sad and depressing. I don't like that sound of that. I don't like that, Canermic. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Send it to me at basherdirk@gmail.com. basherdirk@gmail.com. And if I can help, if I can be an ear. You've all been a great ear to me this week. It's the least I could do, my friend. Mark in Brooklyn says the owner of a West Hollywood gym is recovering after he was pistol whipped while fending off an attempt to rob his Rolex watch. Oh, maybe the reason why I'm wearing Omega tonight. Maybe. Travis Watts says cheers. Special shout out to Vaughn, who is getting a watch roll, and I sent the banana bread to the beautiful Selena. She's getting that. And I just want to say that you guys, in case you don't know about these, oh God, it's green. Fuck me, right? It's green. This is a problem. So these are shit. They're invisible. These are the Mirage rolls that we use, and they are absolutely fucking beautiful. They come in this box. It's green, so of course it's going to look crazy. I can't laugh. Of course mine's green because it's green because it goes with my Milgauss. Comes in this velvet pouch, which is absolutely gorgeous. The packaging on this looks like you went to Brooks Brothers or Bergdorf Goodman. It's so beautifully put together. This company, and I have nothing to do with them. I'm just saying I keep my Milgauss in this beautiful. It's lined with Alcantara, which is like only found in like the fanciest sports cars. Like it's in the what do you call that when the inside of the ceiling? Come on, help me out there. The liner. And a beautiful cushion. Very soft. Which accommodates my Milgauss, which I will officially change. I'll do the changing of the watches on the show. And I will put that in there. Put the Milgauss on with a snick and a snap. And then I will show you how beautiful this is. These are great. So these are the rolls that they're getting because we have a couple of them. And it fits so beautiful. It's just so soft and beautiful. What was that sound? Is that me? And then in the case, it's beautiful. They come in leather and like a fake leather too, and or what do you call that? Artificial leather or naugahyde or faux. And it's beautiful snaps on it. It is the craftsmanship on these is so incredible. This company was a husband and wife team. They're very young and very beautiful. They're like these very attractive people. And I looked on their website because I was so impressed by this. This is all padded, the whole thing. So if you put this in your luggage and it gets banged around, nothing's going to happen to this thing. Absolutely beautiful. And it's doesn't slide out at all. It's very sturdy. So then you put that in there, right? Look at this. By the way, this is $50. Not kidding you. $50. And it goes, you put it in your beautiful watch pouch, right? Your beautiful velvet watch pouch. And then in this beautiful box. And then it's done. And that's what they're getting. They're beautiful. I have nothing to do with them. They don't pay me. I'm just saying. I like a good product. Now, this camera that I just got, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I saw the reviews and they said it's amazing. But you know what? It didn't look anywhere near as amazing as my iPhone does. My iPhone looks fucking great. I look like I drank the blood of virgins. My skin tone looks okay. That thing I looked a little white and washed out, which I am in real life because I'm as Irish as fuck. When I did my DNA results, listen, there are no holes in our DNA story. We know who our great grandparents were. So, I'm not going to worry that, oh my God, your grandfather was black. Oh my God, you're Jewish. None of that. We knew we're just 100% fucking Irish, and we knew it. I was kind of hoping that maybe there was something fun and kooky in there. I was always hoping there were some shockers. The one funny shocker was, I'm looking a little dewy here. Look at that. What is that? What is that? What is that? My brother's haplogroup didn't match my dad's. So we've been calling him my stepbrother. It turns out that they changed the name of that haplogroup that determines your parental lineage. It was the same thing, but we like to joke around and say, he's my half brother. Mark in Brooklyn says, can Seiko compete against Rolex in the luxury watch market? Nobody can compete against Rolex in the luxury. No one. No one. Not the Trinity. No. First of all, no one has the ability to do the craftsmanship and the output that Rolex does. They put out over 1 million watches a year on a wait list, and you can't go in there and buy anything. That's right, Lemon. What do I look like, a farmer? It's after 6 p.m. You can't. So there's nobody's ever going to topple that. It's too late. It's too fucking late. As great as we all love Seiko, we're all big fans, and we're all fans of a lot of watches. Just I'm the big I love Omega. It's my favorite brand. Even though I've just been madly in love with the Milgauss for years and years and years, and now I have one, and I'm so grateful, and it's freaking amazing. Mark also says on February 8th, Seiko Watch Corporation inaugurated its Grand Seiko flagship boutique at 540 Madison Avenue in New York City. Listen, Grand Seiko are beautiful, world-class watches, and wouldn't that be great if they could get in there and compete? They certainly have the ability to manufacture, the Japanese. My God, they invented robots. My God. Andrew Holkowicz made it to the show. Welcome to the show. Canadian $10. Let's bash. Let's bash, sir. Upvote everyone and subscribe. Be an inspiration to others in others' lives and a blessing in their memories. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice sage advice from the man, the Canadian man with a plan? Thank you, Andrew. Your wisdom is well received and much appreciated. Ray, I want an invisible box, Daddy. Stop. Talk dirty after the show, Ray. Come on. Shh. Don't give any secrets away. I want an invisible box, yeah. Brand new lover. Hey, giving me a brand new lover. Dead or alive, right? It's a great looking case. These are beautiful. This is what the giveaways were. Selena's getting the banana bread, but I think she's also getting a watch roll because she placed in the first contest, which is amazing. Ray. Okay, that was a Willy Wonka reference. Honest. Oh, I want the world. I want the whole world. I want balloons and 1,000 baboons, and I want it soon, Daddy. Veruca Salt, she's a little witch. What a masterpiece of a film that is, right? Bryce B says, good afternoon from Dallas. Dun, 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 dun. That's the Dallas theme? No, Dallas is. Dun, 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 dun. There was a guy named Mark Snow. There was a monopoly on 70s composers. I lived on a very interesting street growing up in Jamaica, Queens. Not Jamaica States, Jamaica, Queens. We were technically in a place called Jamaica Hill. There's Jamaica that's horrible and a bad part of town where the railroad is, where the Jamaica Music Building was, where I rehearsed, where Anthrax came from, Metallica, all that shit. And then there was Jamaica States, which is where Donald Trump is from, and the Cuomo's are from. Technically, they're from Hollywood, which is the next town over, but it's very, very nice. We were from the middle-y one. And on my block, directly across the street from my house, was Dr. and Mrs. Kamen, and they produced the composer Michael Kamen. Genius, Lethal Weapon, Highlander, Pink Floyd, The Wall, all the Kate Bush, great shit. Just mesmerizing, like this woman's work and all that stuff. That's all him. He also worked with Queensryche and with Kiss, and he did Metallica's big S&M concert. He unfortunately passed away probably about 8 years ago. And his friends, they all went to Juilliard, and his friend down the block was a guy named Dorian Rudinsky, who changed his name to Mark Snow, and he did Starsky and Hutch and Banachak and all these big TV shows. These guys all worked in television, but it was like a very small group. I forget who did Dallas in particular, but any of those big shows, they were all from my street, all those guys. And I didn't follow. I did a lot of commercial work, and I've done had some music on TV shows, but these guys were like, they made. Like Michael Kamen lived in Holland Park in London, the most beautiful place, most beautiful neighborhood in London town. Lord H, the Lord, da 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 da. That should annoy the troll, right? Every time you show up, I'll go da 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 da. $4.99 PayPal. That would be fantastic. Hey,
Yep.
look who joined the show, and welcome to the show. How we doing? Did you have a drink? You didn't.
No, I did. I had whiskey in hot water. This is my hot water, which is now warm. Even
Okay.
2 hours later, it's still warm. Wow.
That's a good cup. That's a good
And
pot.
just a little bit of whiskey.
That's a good pot.
Yeah, just to smoothen things out. How's it going over here?
It's already crazy. Ray goes, oompa loompa dooba dee doo. I love you, Dirk. I know every lyric to every song in that fucking show. I was obsessed with fucking Willy Wonka. It's the most magical movie ever. Alain Gilbert, Canadian, $2.79. Bonsoir, Dirk and Oisin, just back from Lisboa. Oh, man. We are both big fans of that town.
Yeah.
I went a long time ago. I went in 99, and he was there last year.
Nice.
And of course, he got into Oisin hijinks, of course. Wild times, crazy bitches. You know, I didn't have any of that. I went with my boyfriend.
Now,
I went with my lover.
When you went to Lisbon, did you go out like over to the big bridge there, the 25th of April bridge and all that? Yeah, isn't that nice?
You know what I'll do? I will show you because we're talking about, this is 99. It was pre-digital photography, so everything we shot was on a camera with film. So I have them all in in albums, like photo albums.
Nice.
Oh, great shit. It was, it was like a beautiful city of ruins. It was like it was like a beautiful decay, that city.
Right.
I loved it. I loved it a lot. We stayed at a former convent called the York House, which was highly recommended by a friend of mine, and it was beautiful. It was an absolutely beautiful place. Food was great. I mean, I didn't eat that much because they have that ashorda, that fish stew with the bread in it that everybody goes nuts for.
That.
Of course you love it. It's fish stew.
When I'm there, I eat everything.
Of course you do. It's all fish.
I want it all. You know, they do better duck than most cultures. If you get one of their duck rice dishes, they're not famous for it for some reason, but man, their duck is unbelievable. And of course, all their breakfast stuff, the pastel de nata and all that.
Yeah, they have good. That place was.
Yeah,
I loved every second of it. We spent a week, 5 days in Lisbon, and then we took the train down to the Algarve, where my friend had a villa. She's this chick, this older lady that I used to be friends with before she decided to be a psycho bitch. And so I did have a psycho bitch, but not on that trip. We stayed at her lovely villa in Quinto do Lago. It was beautiful, right outside of Albufeira and Faro. And we spent a day in Faro. It was the first time I had ever seen a Zara store. We bought Paul a bathing suit in a store called Zara. Like, wow, they should have them in New York. We got home and there was one on Fifth Avenue. I went,
yeah, Zara's huge.
I didn't know that. First time I had ever seen it. It was funny. I said, we found it like a couple of weeks ago of the bathing suit. He goes, oh, look, this is the one we got. It looks like it's for a boy. It looks like swimming trunks for a boy. Paul was always so skinny.
Yeah.
Oisin's dying for a cigar. I bet he's not dying for a cigar right now.
No, earlier I was like, oh man, but because I just keep talking. The cigar paces my talking. It paces me, gives me a moment to reflect, and it gives the audience a moment to reflect instead of that constant, Philip DeFranco speed chat constantly. And I didn't have that tonight. I didn't have that crutch. But also, yeah, I had that feeling of But then, no, I'm not fucking risking it. Absolutely not.
No, he's all Alec Baldwin tonight. He's all.
Yeah, it's already I'm already feeling it.
You just did 2 hours of chatteroony.
I did.
What'd you guys talk about?
I didn't make it easy on them.
Oh, did you have them?
I'm getting worse and worse. No, I mean the first hour was just like general chat, and then I got into just the immigration thing in Ireland.
Oh yeah,
That stuff. And we spoke about that, and it went okay. It was nice, and then I announced the watch.
you did.
I announced this.
Well, for those of you who weren't in his show, Oisin has banded together with Frollo Watches in Venice and designed a watch. Well, it's multiple collections. Comes in several colors. What does it come in? 3 colors right now?
Yeah, it comes in this beautiful vermilion red from the Venetian flag, Venetian blue. That is exactly the deep Venetian blue, and Tiffany. We did a Tiffany for the laugh. Let's see if I can get the camera
Get the camera to focus so everybody can see that.
We don't even need to, because you know what? I can share.
You have some footage?
I've got some footage if you want to take a closer look.
I sure do.
So I did this little presentation. You'd be proud of me, man. I
I
did a
always
little
am.
like reveal, like drum roll. Is this it? There it is.
In a world.
In a world. And
is there sound?
No, there's no sound, so we can talk over it. There she is.
Oh, look at that. I have to say that the way you guys configured the brushed versus the polished is very 5711-y.
Is it?
Yeah, because you've got like the chamfers are shiny or polished, and then the flat part is brushed. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I love that strap too. See how you did that? It's very Nautilus-y. I love it.
So the idea is like to use that big blank canvas there of all that brushed steel to scratch the shit, like scratch it, ding it, give it character, or not if you don't want it. But like it's there to be beaten up. This is a $600 or $500 watch on that configuration there, and it will take a beating. It's 300 meters water resistance.
That's crazy.
Sapphire crystal, 316L steel. It'll do anything, this thing.
And the movement is
SW200. Same as what Zero West and so many other watches have in there. It's a popular workhorse movement,
Oh, that's nice. Looky there.
Frollo since 1910.
1910. They should know what they're doing. I love that. It's applied too. Look at that. Applied logo.
Yeah, it's shiny. It catches the light a lot with the hands. And there's your Ferro di Prua.
That's amazing.
Crossing the watch. I know, isn't it crazy?
That's crazy.
So on the dial, anybody who hasn't seen my show earlier, on the dial is the Ferro di Prua, which is on the front of every gondola. And it's a little mini map of Venice. Represents the regions, the areas of Venice. I have a thing already made out here. Let me share it over. I feel bad because I was so out of it over on the other, and one of these websites was fucking me up. Like on Watch Fashion Police, when we share a fashion site and it just hits us with commercials and stuff.
They all do that now.
Yeah. So this is why it was happening. And then I was talking about the whole thing and they couldn't see. And they were all in the chat going, "Oh, you didn't share the screen. We can't see." And I was going on for ages. Anyway.
I never realized that one is for Giudecca. Oh,
Giudecca's over here. So for everyone, this is the canal. This is the whole canal. This is the the bridge of Rialto Bridge here. Okay. And all these blades are the areas. Now Giudecca's facing back. Now why? because all of these sestieri here are connected. You can walk from Dorsoduro to Castello, Santa Croce, right?
Mhm.
You can go from San Marco to San Polo and not even know you've done it. You know, it's like just walking. You keep walking, and next thing you're in San Polo, right? Same with Canarezzo.
Mhm.
But you can't get to Giudecca walking from any of these. There's a
No.
body of water between.
Mhm.
You have to go. So Giudecca is on the other side, facing backwards.
I never realized that that's what that meant. That's amazing.
Isn't that cool? Now, there's an argument about whether these little pieces, these aren't on the one on the watch, but sometimes you see on the Ferro di Prua, you see these extra little ringlets here, wherever they are. And some people on this site, they say it's Murano, Burano, Torcello. But
Where's
some people
Lido?
say, yeah, I know, Lido's too far out. But a lot of people say it's not those islands. It's actually represents different churches here. It's a religious thing. That's what some people
So
say.
Basilica San Marco, Salute.
Yeah, and some people say it's saints, the patron saints of Venice. So there's a lot of deliberation there, you know, it goes on. But anyway, that's the symbolism of the Ferro di Prua. So that's what this whole imagery stands for on the dial of the watch. The Ferro di Prua, the most Venetian thing you'll see. That and the lion.
Right, of course.
Yeah. So there should be another shot now with the blue one coming up. There you go. Now you're going to see the real Ferro go through.
That's very clever. And it's not even done with Photoshop. You waited till that thing passed by.
You can't do that for Photoshop.
I'm sure
you
you can.
You got to stand around and
if
wait.
you work for ILM, you could do it.
Yeah, sure. They can do whatever they want. But yeah, there's the blue.
And that's on rubber, that one, right? Leather,
Yeah,
rubber, and bracelet are the options.
Yeah. It's kind of cool, man. It's like the perfect summer watch because it's perfect for the beach and recycling on a bike and stuff, like getting it out there, you know, because it's indestructible. It's like a hunk of 316L steel. As long as you have that crown screwed down nice, it ain't going in. It's nothing is happening to this watch.
It's like a Sherman tank for your wrist for the summer.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah, but with a little purpose behind it, with, you know, symbolism of Venice and a connection to a real Venetian family.
So let me ask you, are you the first watch channel guy to put his own watch out?
No.
I'm not talking about what's his face.
Yeah, somebody said it in my chat. They're like 200 times better than what Nico put out on half the price. Yeah, his stuff is garbage. I even think it's a fucking quartz watch as well, and he wants $1,200 for it. It's a fucking
Does he really want?
This is not a cash grab at all. This is passion, man. This is
passion.
Fucking true passion. Me and Simone, like, and there's our pharaohs right there.
Look at the.
Yeah,
I love walking past those at night while they're all alone and unattended and just bobbing in the moonlight. It's a very romantic image.
Yeah.
Especially at the tip over there when they're all sitting there all lined up. Just, you know.
At the Punta della Dogana.
Yeah. I love that. Wow. This is cool. You made a whole little commercial. I can imagine what music you're going to put on there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know it's going to be ultra romantic.
Yeah, it's got to be some classical music, something nice.
So yeah,
maybe I'll use the Mahler again because that was the first music I used when I came to Venice.
You might have to go with a Venetian composer.
Yeah, Vivaldi or Verdi,
but
none of them are deep enough. Vivaldi and Verdi never did anything super deep. I might ask Lydia about other Venetian composers.
Gabrielli, Wallet, Galuppi, Cavalli, Gabrielli, Bassano, Monteverdi. Monteverdi is from Venice.
Oh, he's from Venice as well. Yeah. Okay.
Padovano, Donato, Guami, Della Casa, Deruta, Porta, Marullo.
I can't use Padovano because he's Padovano. He's not a Veneziano.
Right, but I think he is, though. It's just his name. It just says
Yeah,
here he was born in Venice.
right.
So it would look stupid, and people would be like, "What?" Or they wouldn't at all. The Italians would all be that way.
If anyone wants to buy one right now, I will send it to them direct. And you'll get ahead of the line before I actually release, do the big release. You can PayPal me at the Timeless Watch Channel at gmail.com. The one you're looking at will be €500 plus €30 shipping. And if you want it on the bracelet, which you'll see in a minute, it's €600. And if you get it on the bracelet, you get the straps anyway, the other straps.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so far, the bracelet's very popular. But it's a big fucking chunk of this is a 44 mil watch. This is not a small watch.
That's a chunky monkey. So all you twinks, stay away. Buy that for your man.
Right. It's looking nice, though, no?
It looks great. Yeah, 44 doesn't even look. It's ridiculous how it doesn't even look big on you. It looks like a 40.
Man. I know, it's fucking nuts.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, illumination, please.
Yeah.
What is that? Super Luminova or the equivalent of Chromalight?
It's Super Luminova. Okay, there's the bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
1 second. There you go.
Oh, very nice.
Big beast.
Oh, look, it says Frollo on the back.
It says Frollo on that thing, yeah.
Wow.
The
Oh, look at
lighting is a
that.
little harsh, but
Oh,
yeah, you
wow.
can see a bit more detail going on there. They sold out immediately. We only had a few of those, and they're gone.
They're all gone already.
The ones on the bracelet are gone.
Oh, the ones on the
Yeah,
bracelet.
we ordered a bunch more bracelets. So I was like, Simone, we're gonna need more bracelets. We're gonna need a bigger boat. I was like, okay, I'm on it.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
And there's
I love the
there's
rubber,
the Tiffany.
And that's the real Tiffany color too.
I didn't like the idea of Tiffany at first, but it turns out to be mad popular. He was like, come on, let's do a Tiffany for a laugh, just kind of as a joke. And I was like, oh, don't be silly. That's so, And he goes, come on. And boom, it worked. People love it.
Oh,
I think maybe it's because it's a summer watch. The Tiffany is kind of summer feel to it.
Yeah, well, that color blue,
And there's the vermilion
flag.
Yeah, by the flag. There's the case back.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, it's a beast. It's lovely.
Wow.
And then you see the box. That's the boxing. It comes in a flight case.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's pretty reasonable price for something so cool.
Yeah, for that kind of price range, it's a good summer watch, baby. Fucking awesome. Did I show you the Panerai, by the way?
Not in person.
No. Oh, you just saw
I just saw the photograph of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Cookie Monster. I have a 7-inch wrist. It'll be perfect. That's fairly average. It'll be great.
That's actually not average. It's actually bigger. That's bigger than
it's
average.
A little bit bigger.
Most guys have a 6.5 or 6.25. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Oh man.
You digging that?
I dig Panerai. What is that? A 44, 46? What is that?
47.
47. Jesus Christ. Wow.
You want me to loom it up, don't you? I can read your mind.
Meanwhile,
when it's not loomed, it's actually really sexy because of that kind of cream caramel camel color to the dial. She's sexy. She's so shiny and stuff. Okay,
Panerai are very blingy, very, very electric to look at.
Yeah.
Best loom in the business. That's fucking mental. It's mental. Absolutely mental how great the loom is on that. Wow. I
Now
hate
I'll
to
show
say it, but
you.
that's the best looking watch on your wrist.
I
It
know, I
fits you
know,
perfectly.
I know. It's so fucking true. Michaela's in the chat, and my other, and she's probably here too, but she was watching my other thing. She's like, "You fucking, that's totally you."
It is.
Now, this is the one I had on a while ago, and you were like, "Oh, that looks great on you." But dude, when you see the two
Yeah, it's a big
together,
difference.
this one's 45. It's a big watch.
Yeah.
It's 45 mil. But
Oh,
look,
wow. No, there's no contest.
it's like one is a miniature version of the other.
Yeah.
That's a 45 mil watch. That's big on most.
Does that have a brown dial?
Well, you see the dial. This is limited edition. These are both limited edition watches. Where you see the dial on this thing? Look at that. Look at the color of that dial.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Sandwich.
Yeah, of course. Now the other one is not a sandwich dial, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it is. They both are. Okay. Yeah, it's a solid fucking block of loom underneath the whole dial. It's crazy.
Want me to loom this up too?
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
No.
I mean, it looks like you just turned the lights on. Looks like neon. Why does Panerai have the best loom in the business?
And this celebrates the Panaristi, 20 years of the Panaristi.
Wow, look at that.
20 anni Panaristi anniversario. Quanto bello sei, Dio mio, Madonna mia, quanto bello sei. And this one has exhibition back.
Oh, it does. I always thought that those exhibition backs on Panerai were weird because the plating is so strange. You know, it's like almost like you can't see anything.
Oh, sexy. To me, that's sexy.
I mean, it's cool. I mean,
it's amazing. Dirty.
Do they do all in-house movements now?
They do these days, yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be Rolex. This is the Rolex style crown as well. My nail filthy.
Yeah, I like that crown way better. Way better.
Look at that fucker.
I like a regular crown. I'm not the big onion fan.
Oh, you don't? It's not the onion, but the other thing, the lockdown crown.
Oh, did the other one has the lockdown crown?
No, not this one. But
the cage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the big thing. People love that.
I'm not. My father-in-law is crazy for that. He wants the one with the cage on, but he's got a 9-inch wrist. So if you're a wrist queen, and you're into that whole thing, listen to what these guys are talking about. The circumference can be misleading. Some have round wrists, some have more flat. Flat is better for large wrists. Yeah, that's what she said. We're not allowed to do that's what she said jokes anymore. I still do them all the time because I still think that they're funny.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. They're usually funny, but now you get fired for using one of those.
I've never made that joke in my life.
Never?
I've probably had because you have to spot it.
You have to spot it, and it's juvenile. Come on, it is. It's super juvenile.
You have to spot. I was watching Hell or High Water there a few months ago.
Amazing.
With Ben Foster.
Yeah.
And Chris Pine. And they decide last minute to go to the bigger bank to rip off the bigger bank, which turns out to be a disaster. They have to shoot a cop and everything. And they arrive and he goes, "Oh, fuck, it's huge." And Ben Foster's like, "That's what she said." And it's so in his character because he's such a fuck up.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I'd love to see that again. It's been a while.
Perfectly made film. And never forget Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges made some amazing
in that film. My favorite bit is when he finally shoots Ben Foster.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy's like, maybe, there's a lot of wind up here. Maybe I should take the shot. And he goes, "Fuck, no way. He's mine." He grabs the gun. It's real Texas stuff. And he takes him out. And then he leans against the thing and pulls up his hat like this. And he's all sweaty. And then he just starts hitting the other guy. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
He starts whacking it. I was thinking, like, how did the actor feel? He's like, "I better just take it because it's Jeff Bridges just whacking the shit out of me right now." It's great. I love that film.
Who directed that?
Great question. I should know, shouldn't I? I feel ashamed.
I forgot who did that. Ben Foster, underrated actor. Does Jeff Bridges have an Oscar?
Let me guess what he Big Lebowski. No.
No, that's underground. That's like Galaxy Quest. That's one of those movies that
yeah. Oh my
people
god,
got
such a
later.
huge cult following. Did he? What about the one with Robin Williams? Didn't he do one? They're both homeless guys.
The
No.
Fisher King?
The Fisher King. Bravo.
I don't think anybody.
How the fuck did you remember the
It's
name?
Terry
of that
Gilliam.
film?
It's a masterpiece, that movie. Fisher King. Is that? Oh no, 12 Monkeys. It's yeah, no, Fisher King. Is
12 Monkeys.
No. I'm just doing all the 12 Monkeys is also Terry Gilliam.
Oh, Terry Gilliam.
Oh, he won it for the Fisher King? Okay, let's see. Maybe he did.
Crazy Heart, Seabiscuit. I don't know.
Fisher King.
He's kind of an American legend, that guy.
Let's see. Fisher King. It was 1991. How about that? Best Academy Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Mercedes Rule. That's where she won. She's fucking great. Golden Globe for Robin Williams and Jeff Bridges. Let's see Jeff Bridges. Does Jeff Bridges? He should, right?
I believe so. I think he should.
Jeff Bridges, definitely. Didn't he have cancer recently or something? It was like something terrible happened. Awards and nominations.
Oh, the one where he was singing. He was a country singer, writer.
Oh, that's gonna be it. That's
Right?
gonna be it. I didn't see that. Crazy Heart. He won that. Best
Crazy
actor.
Heart. Best actor.
I never saw Crazy Heart.
No, me neither.
I never
There's
saw
a lot of old stuff. Do you remember? He was in Tron.
Yes, he was.
You know, one film I loved him in was fucking Fearless.
Yeah.
He's in the plane crash. He gains this crazy, he doesn't have any fear anymore. He steps out of the plane crash, and everyone else is dead. Practically everyone else is gone, and he doesn't have a scratch on him. He goes to a little motel. He just walks to the next nearest town, and he goes to a motel. And he feels down his legs and his feet, and everything's fine.
Right.
And he goes to meet an old friend. He just knocks on her door. Like he's lost. He's lost in the world. It's
what was that called?
Fearless.
Oh yeah. He was Starman too, wasn't he?
He was Starman.
Right. He also had to pretend he was sexually attracted to Barbara Streisand, and The Mirror Has Two Faces. That must have been really hard to do.
When she got her award last week, I was like, oh God, I don't want to watch this because everything you told me about her fucking biography or autobiography.
She's like, he wanted me. He wanted to shove his tongue down my throat. Pickles for a nickel. She's just like a wind-up box, with pickles for a nickel. He wanted me. Pickles for a nickel. Just squeeze the Barbara Streisand doll, and she's gonna have some, tropes. It was ridiculous. She just keeps repeating herself over and over. And listen, when she was young, and what we were talking earlier on the phone about, what was it? Jer said it, or somebody said that when everybody's beautiful when they're young, and I agree. Even when you're ugly, you're beautiful when you're young. She had a certain kind of striking thing when she was young. She was never beautiful in the traditional way, but she had a certain beauty. But she's a 60-year-old broad, and The Mirror has two faces. And Jeff has to pretend like she's ravishing. There's even a line in that movie, because of course I watched it. He's like, "You are ravishing."
He has to say that to her.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, she's not.
She's never had that kind of appeal.
No, she had a different kind of appeal.
Yeah, different kind of appeal.
But every old sock meets an old shoe. Is that a great saying? There's something for everybody in the box except for Dorothy. There's nothing in that black bag for me. The Fisher King. I haven't seen that in a while. It's a really great one too. Is the one where Robin Williams was so fucking great. Moscow on the Hudson. Fucking, he's great in that.
Oh yeah.
He's so good. And Jacob the Liar. Oh fuck.
There's the famous scene when he's looking for in Moscow on the Hudson. He's looking for coffee in the supermarket, and he can't figure out which coffee to get because there's so many brands. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, he was really, really good in that. That whole scene that they shot in Bloomingdale's in New York City is fucking unbelievable. That's our town, so we know all these. They shoot so much stuff in New York. So instead of enjoying them,
You know what, man, dude? You grew up in New York. Like, I got there when I was, what was I, 20, 27,
Yeah.
28, something. I was a kid. I grew up on New York movies, like everyone. So it was a dream for me. Like the
right. I know that. I saw that.
Splash.
Sure.
She's in Bloomingdale's.
Yeah. They
And
love to shoot in Bloomingdale's.
I got into Woody Allen, of course, in my teens.
Very New York.
So everything was New York.
Mhm.
Everything Woody was New York. And that was my dream, to have an apartment with a spiral staircase up to the bedroom, which I
Sure.
eventually got in Brooklyn.
You did.
And there's a lot, for a lot of us, we grow up seeing this city, and then we go, and it's like, wow.
Well, that New York is gone. You've been gone for a couple of years. Believe me, it's gone now.
I mean, I was there for 20 years, so it kind of, that whole illusion melted, and then the reality kicked in. It's a big fucking ugly, cold city, whatever. It's either too cold or it's too fucking hot.
Right. There's very few in betweens for New York City weather-wise. But I've seen New York change, and my parents and everybody, all the people have seen New York change. But now it's just not New York anymore. It's just not New York. The city's been run amok by two different fucking loser administrations. Ever since Mike Bloomberg left, the whole fucking city exploded. It's just filthy, dangerous.
It's sad to hear.
It's so bad.
Well, I'm coming back. I don't care. I'm not moving back, but I'm definitely coming over. Emmett's in the room. Williams learned Russian for that role. He was fluent. Hey, Emmett, did you see the watches? Let me know which color you want, and I'll send you one.
Was he really fluent in that? You know what he did? He did a shitload of blow. He probably got a couple of 8-balls, got one of those bungalows at the Hollywood. What is that big hotel that they all hang out in, where John Belushi died? And he probably just studied, did a crash course on Russian, because that guy was a brilliant guy. But he probably just look at that. That's crazy. Oh wow, when they're all together. Oh man.
Let me know which one you want. I'll ship one out immediately. It'll look right on your wrist, man. You have the same wrist as me, without a doubt. Because I was just editing the video when you're in it, and I'm like, fuck me, he's got the same wrist. Exactly the same wrist.
Yeah, I was totally unaware of that.
Yeah, beefy.
Tobster says every masterpiece work of fun. We gotta love Tobster for his view on things.
Oh, Emmett likes the vermilion. Okay, vermilion on its way.
Vermilion is beautiful.
Let me know, you want a leather stitched. The stitched leather. I'll send out on everything. You'll use the rubber for going to the beach there in Cali.
Perfect for the beach in Cali.
Yeah.
Take the 405 down to Haney, make a run at the chicken shack, get on the PCH, and
get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, Stuart.
Get out of here.
And then stop at Moonshadows and get yourself a mocha cappuccino. So Topster says every masterpiece work of film, high art that we know and love cannot be made anymore. The woke leftists have destroyed art. It's funny though, because the leftist woke people were also the people that made the films. Because there are very, very few.
Well, think of the original cowboy movies. What's his name?
John Wayne. Yeah,
John Wayne, but also the director,
John Huston.
No, not John Huston.
John Huston.
No, who directed John Wayne forever? Fucking names are gone out. Western.
Am I wrong about that?
Western director. John Ford.
Oh, John Ford. What the fuck is wrong with me?
So,
of course,
he was very left. In fact, that was the problem between him and John Wayne. John Wayne was super right.
Sure.
John Wayne was like, get off my lawn. They want to take
his airport away from him if they haven't already done it.
Right. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
And John Ford was super the other way.
Yeah.
And John Ford was making films about fucking, the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the most creative stuff comes from the woke left. I mean, now they're woke.
Name 5 great filmmakers or artists that are Republicans.
Artists, musicians, filmmakers, anything you want.
Lefties.
All unless it's
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. The right have Kid Rock, and what's his name? Who plays Harold Roberts Fusions, the fucking shithead as well.
Who plays a Harold Roberts Fusion?
You're shy tonight. Okay, who are the most famous Harold Roberts Fusion players?
Alex Lifeson, Emmett O'Malley.
The second one? No, Emmett would love to say it's the second. He's the third. The second one is Ted Nugent.
He doesn't play a Howard Roberts. He's a Birdland.
He plays a Harold Roberts Fusion.
Birdland. Birdland. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, no, he's a Birdland player. He plays very fucking big. Those are monster guitars.
Roberts Fusion.
Birdlands.
Am I wrong?
The guy from the Wildflowers played, the Wallflowers played a Harold Roberts Fusion. A black one, like mine. So technically, Alex Lifeson and Emmett O'Malley are the most famous.
Oh, well, that's even better. God, it really looks. You're so right.
Yeah, it's
but it really.
It's huge though. Those are.
It really looks like Harold Roberts.
Yeah, because they have the Florentine cutaway. Right. It's very pointy on the Birdland though. It's really pointy, and they're gigantic jazz boxes. Those things are fucking enormous. But Ted's a pretty big guy.
Look that big?
They're big. They're nowhere near as big as Harold Roberts is. A little bit bigger than a Les Paul.
So Alex and Emmett are the only Harold Roberts players we know.
And the guy from the Wallflowers.
Oh,
yeah, him. Nathaniel Hannon, super chat 999. New York City living ruined films for me because I could see then you can actually walk from Times Square to Washington Square in 5 minutes. I love that shit. That's all Paul and I do, sit and do the continuity. I'm like, oh my God, they were just in Greenwich Village and now they're up at Saks. Oh my God. They turn a corner at Saks. That's movies. If they did it in fucking Kyiv, I wouldn't know. If they did it, when most people have never been there, locations. They take a lot of liberties. If you watch 30 Rock, that fucking thing shot on my corner, on my stoop. Remember that? Dick in a box. Got a dick in a box.
That's right on your stoop.
Right on my street. And my stoop is the sequel. Is It's Not Gay If You're in a Three-Way.
Oh, that's right there.
With Lady Gaga is standing on my stoop.
You know why they use that area?
Because they're at Silver Cup.
They're at Silver Cup. And because they don't have to get the permit for across the fucking water.
Oh, is it more money to shoot in?
It's way more money on the island.
I know it's more money to play Madison Square Garden than it is to play Barclays. Like way crazy money. Thank you, Nathaniel Hannon, for the super chat. By the way, from now on, Scott H is officially known as Lord H.
Why is that?
Because we have email back and forth. It's a joke, but I have little names for everybody on the chat, so. See, look, Emmett says Nugent doesn't play HR.
I'm sorry.
He knows.
Another brain fart by your brother. So it's okay.
Topes just says that most of the great cinematic art was made by normal liberals like you guys. Woke leftism is a totally new concept, my friend. But these what's her name? I don't even remember her name.
We normal? We're normal liberals.
We're normal.
We're normal.
We're kind of normal. This whole what's her name? OSC, OCR. What's her name? That fucking twat. That cunt who's always wrong. I fucking can't stand her.
The politician?
Yeah. What's her name?
Yeah, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cortez,
yes. Right? She's
Ocasio-Cortez.
She's the one that started the fucking ball rolling on this whole shit. It's like,
she didn't start anything.
Well, she's the one that blew it up.
She jumped on the.
Yeah, she jumped.
She's learning as she goes. That girl is learning as she goes. Yeah. She got lucky. She had her heart's in the right place, but she's kind of a shitwit, and she got lucky and got voted for, and now she's just riding it. And I hope that she gets better. I hope she learns she practices her scales and arpeggios. Let's put it that way. She's probably getting there now all these years later. But at first it was
quiet
embarrassment. I think she's learning how the world really works. just
She has
kind of
no
going, oh,
fucking clue.
fuck. I think, and the Mossad lads came over to her house and went, oh, by the way, we will shoot you and everyone in your family if you ever say, she's getting all of that stuff. All those signals are coming in,
This is how crazy our crowd is, right? Berlin has a 23.5-inch scale. That's nuts. That's how crazy these guys know everything in this fucking room.
That's short scale.
Yeah, it's a short scale. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's crazy. Ray, €2. Bang, bang, bang. Please recommend another movie. Well, I'm going to recommend a movie that Ashina and I were talking about earlier. One of the most underappreciated, funniest films ever made, Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
Masterpiece. What's his face from Home Improvement? What's his name? Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Sam Rockwell, Tony Shalhoub. Fucking, it's about, if you don't know, it's about this TV show, like a Star Trek show, and it's been off the air for 20 years. The Shatner guy's a drunk and a womanizer, and these aliens, these real aliens, have been receiving the transmission.
It doesn't matter why are you telling the story?
I'm just giving them the setup.
It doesn't matter what the setup. It's all about the gags. It's
I don't know. I think it's for Star Trek nerds. It's all about the setup because it's crazy because they think it's all real. Like some aliens might think that like Jean-Luc Picard is really one of our greatest starship captains. They might seek out his wisdom.
It's Galaxy Quest is a classic and it's hilarious and it's amazing. And then we were talking about a new movie called Dumb Money, right?
Yeah, Dumb Money. We both watched it. I watched it.
But Ray, you're not going to get it in Ireland unless you use a VPN. You'll see it on Netflix if you use a VPN for the States. Dumb Money. It was about the GameStop thing. Remember, GameStop made a lot of money on the market. It's all about that, and it's very, very accurate because I watched that whole thing happen in real time. So I was watching it, and they have it all down. And it's quite an interesting story.
It is. It really, really is. Travis Watt says, so we recommend those films. Get those two. Bring back Giuliani. I would love to say that because listen, before that guy went batshit crazy, and make no mistake, that guy went batshit crazy. He's no longer of this earth. He was the greatest mayor we ever had. He really cleaned up this town. He did a great job. Crime disappeared, graffiti disappeared, the subways ran, everything was clean, beautiful. People were afraid of police officers like they're supposed to be.
Right.
That fucking drives me crazy. That's the problem. People have no regard for authority. They don't feel like they can do whatever they want. Giuliani set everybody straight. And the first thing he did, we had these pale blue, the cops wore blue, like black trousers or dark navy blue trousers with these light blue shirts. First thing he did was he got rid of those. And they went all navy dark, almost black blue with these buttons on them. They looked so imposing. So now when you saw a police officer walking down the street, you just went, oh shit, let me fucking straighten up. And it's true. It was amazing. Sadly, that era is over. And Mike Bloomberg continued it. He made the city great and prosperous and clean and beautiful. And then these two fucking sad sack, self fucking aggrandizing twats came in and ruined it. Now the inmates run the asylum, and that's what's happening in New York City. It's filthy. It's dangerous. Everybody's smoking pot all over the fucking streets. There's drugs everywhere. And it's just like you can't say anything to anybody because you might offend that homeless gun-toting crackhead. Fuck off. Valve says, here we go. I don't rant on my solo show, but here we go. Valve says, I'm a leftist and never heard the word woke until the right-wing assholes started throwing around. That is very true too. But we've always been of the same mindset where it's like, I hate when people blow smoke up their own asses and, oh my God, he's not Jewish. He can't play that role. That should go to a Jewish actor. That should go to a lesbian actor. That should go to this. And fuck off. It's called acting. Not really, is it? Shane McGee says, you missed Izzy's happy chat from earlier. I did?
Let's go back.
I'll go to.
By the way, Daniel bought a watch, one of the Frollo O'Malley watches, Venice watches, red version on a strap. He's in Napa. Okay, great, man.
Nice.
Well done. Nice. You'll get both straps, my friend.
Emmett O'Malley in the room with $2. Include that Panerai in the package with my Frollo. Oh, now we know that Emmett can wear a fucking Panerai. He's so fucked, man. That
Oh,
Submariner
he'll
just
wear the shit out
ruined
of
him.
this.
It ruined him now. Now he's like, all he's doing is like hitting up our little thread, our little chat thread with all these references and the watch spotting, and it's like he bit him so hard.
That's what it does. But if he never gets another watch, he'll be fine. He's got his tag, which is classic.
Yeah.
He's got his sub. It's fucking everything.
But what's next, Emmett?
Well, what's technically next is a Frollo.
Is the Frollo technically what's next? Steve
Venice
McDonald.
watch.
Any film with Alan Rickman, of course, the late great Alan Rickman, genius, and
to see if there's a pub.
It's the best line in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Well, he has to sit and he has to eat. We specially made the cuisine from your planet. Like worms and serpents in a bowl. To see if there's a pub. Oh man, was he great? And apparently he was one of the greatest guys in the whole world, you know. Balo wants to know, didn't Giuliani send dick pics? No, that was another guy. That was Anthony
Weiner.
Yeah,
that was a Weiner?
Yeah.
Was that him?
Mm-hmm. Anthony Weiner showed pictures of his dick to like some girl via text. Like, how stupid are you when you're a politician?
Yeah,
and you're married.
If you're a public figure, you don't get to do shit like that because they'll hack your phone. Remember Jennifer Lawrence, all her nude pics from her phone and everything. Like
that's why she did that nude scene.
You don't get to do that shit anymore.
Yeah, that's probably why she did that nude scene in that new movie because it's like we've already.
She's like, fuck it, we're already there. So
yeah. Travis says we have that same problem in LA. I was there and I saw the situation by the depot and it was pretty bad. Angelo Minichello, $10 Canadian. Dirk, hi to you, Oshin and all. As an old farm boy, I always carried a pocket knife. Is it okay to send you a pic of my latest find? Of course it is.
Sure, man. I like this. All the super chats are beginning to come in. This is nice.
Super chat. Mark Wild says, Dirk, stop sitting on the fence. You know what? I kind of like being on the fence because I can listen to what you have to say. I can listen to what he has to say.
That's what Dirk does.
That's what I do. I don't fucking vote down party lines, man. I don't like parties. I fucking hate parties. Both kinds. I hate a party. You want to go to a party? No. Do you like parties, Asheen? Do you like going to parties?
No.
Neither do I.
There was a moment where the band were getting popular on the scene there in New York.
Yeah.
And we would call it, among just the lads in the band, we would call it I'm a Golden God. Because there was the film, the Almost Famous. Remember that film years ago?
Sure.
Cameron Crowe. And he just crashes a party, and he's from that famous band, Almost Famous band. And everyone at the party is like, "Oh my god, it's you!" And then he winds up doing drugs, and like flicks to an hour later, and he's on top of the house party. Yeah. He's like, "I am a Golden God," and he jumps off into the swimming pool. And there was those nice feelings when you go to a party. This is the problem with parties. If you're no one, you know, it's like, did you ever see, not Made, but what was the film before? Swingers with Jon Favreau, right? Yeah. And they go to the party in LA and they're no one. They're fucking no one. And they try to talk to girls and girls are like, what do you drive? And then they look away and they just feel like nobodies, you know? If you're one of those guys at the party, it's never fun. But for a minute, for a hot second, the guys in the band, we were kind of like, we'd go along to house parties and people were like, hey, the guys from Mr. North here. And then you start getting drinks handed to you and stuff. And that's kind of cool because then you feel, you're getting free drinks and you're like, yeah, cool, Yeah. And that's it. That's about as much fun as you can have. And then the girls are like, they come over to you or whatever. But otherwise, you feel like a fucking dipshit, and you just, or you find someone cool and interesting, and you have a conversation. You wind up in the kitchen,
Right, in the kitchen, yeah.
In the
That's
kitchen.
I always wind up in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah, me
the
too.
best
Because
part
I'm
of the
not into the
place.
fray at
Yeah,
all.
you're just like fuck off, and
Yeah.
then you wind up in a great intensive conversation with conversation with someone about some interesting shit over drinks, and then you're best friends, and you're like, yeah, you're cool, man, whatever. That's a cool way to spend your time at a
Yeah.
party.
That's the way I feel. I like a dinner party with just a bunch of
Oh
people on the
yeah.
table. That's the
Oh, I
greatest thing.
love that. Yeah.
Dinner party's great.
Yeah.
But like a big room filled of people just, unless it was like the 1950s and we were all wearing like beautiful dresses and fucking tuxedos. We were at like F's place. That
Well,
would be
I
different.
miss the college thing. I went to college in Dublin, but there's no college scene like parties and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, Shay thought there was.
Well, maybe there is now, or maybe I was just out of the loop. But the college like parties at night with all the fucking all the girls and stuff. That wasn't college for me. It was study and more study. It was boring. The gigs is where I found the fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I told the guys earlier, I bought a camera. I bought a webcam.
Oh, what one?
It's called the Razor by Keo, and it had a great rating. And I plugged it. It showed up like 10 minutes before the show, and I was like, I hope this is plug and play. I plugged it in, and I was like, I got blasted with light, and the green screen was whacked out. I'm gonna have to adjust the shit out of it, but it's cool. It's got a ring light on it, and it's 4K. Well, not that I'm gonna use that, but yeah, it's supposed to be. It got great reviews, so I said, just let me get because I'm sick and tired of not having my phone handy when I need it, so I could look at a text or if somebody says, "Hey, you doing the show?" or whatever,
Sure, yeah.
So I got this and I plugged it in. It didn't work. It's gonna need a little bit of R&D, but I just got it.
Nice.
And I was telling everybody about earlier before you arrived about the winners from the show. I sent off the banana bread to Selena today and told everybody about the great Mirage watch rolls that the other two guys are getting.
Oh, you did?
And I was like,
see that Mirage one. You have the green one.
It's green, dude.
I don't have the green one.
I can't show you the green. I have my Wonder Woman box.
Oh, you can't show it because it's invisible.
Well, I could. Okay, ready for this? Hold on. I'll just turn off my green screen. Hold on.
This is gotta be super weird.
It's like this is like destroying the fucking
the illusion.
Destroying the illusion. Ready? Bye. There it is.
Wow.
And look at that.
And now we can finally see the fucking Millie. She's beautiful, baby.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, fuck. That is so gorgeous.
That just outrageous. So yeah, okay. So I'll show everybody now. Yeah, I'm sitting in front of a green screen. Everybody knew that already.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. So,
it's gorgeous. Yeah,
this is the green one. Now this is real leather, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and it's got the Alcantara lining inside. I was showing them. I was so impressed. I use it every day, and I just swap the watches back and forth whenever I'm not wearing.
Sure.
I don't really put them. And if the Milgauss is in there, then I just put the Omega in her service pouch, or I have a bunch of things too. But yeah, look, this is all Alcantara. So this is very, very. I looked those guys up that made it's a married couple that invented this brand, and I told everybody they're not paying me, so it's not like I'm spruiking this shit for any reason. And it comes with a beautiful dust bag in like a velvet. This is crazy for $50, right? How could that possibly be for $50?
I know, they're so affordable. That's the most important part for me.
It smells good too. Oh my god, it smells amazing. It smells like the things that I don't eat. So now I can show everybody my watch box because this is
that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's by Razer, the guys who make those gaming laptops.
That's exactly who makes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly who makes it. Well, back to my room of guitars. Much better looking than that.
That really fucked up the illusion, man.
I know. Okay. I know. What are you gonna do? But
I've got more rolls. I'll go get them. Be back.
What are you guys saying in the room? Bala says, Ray, sets, costume, cinematography, angles, the whole way that movie was shot is incredible, but it's not necessarily a great movie. What does that mean? Oh, fine. Sorry, Shane McGee. €5.99. Izzy Bonkers became a paneristi last week. Radiomere owner and lover. Oh, shit. I didn't see that. Where was that? When did I miss that? Was that yesterday? Shit. Dirk, want to go to a party? Party popcorn. My sister says Anchorman. Of course, Anchorman. That guy's anything that guy does is unbelievable. Bala says that Emmett should get a white gold day date 42. Maybe so. Well, a guy called Wiener. It wasn't much of a wiener. Can I tell you? Can I say that? It wasn't much of a wiener. Cookie Monster. Cookie. That's what we in the heavy metal world refer to all the death metal bands. Cookie Monster rock. Tony Black, NYC. This channel is dying on the vine. Well, no one thinks so but you. Brand new lover. In the next 20 years, I don't see two countries. Well, we'll see what happens. Mark in Brooklyn. We are Fook 213,182,743,000 piled onto U.S. national debt. Oh my God. This is not what the show's about, people. Swingers is a great movie. It sure is. John Doe. Always find them in the kitchen at bars. That's where you find them. That's where all the cool kids are always like in a bedroom or in the kitchen. And that's just true. Colm says it's just like Elton John took his wig off my green screen. It's a green screen. What next? No Santa? My sister always finds a dog at a party and she takes it home because she's got a million.
Oh, the introverts always find the dog and sit down and start petting the dog.
Yeah, that's what I generally do. Yeah. That's what I generally do. So go ahead, show us. What do you got?
Well, I have the two watch, same Mirage. This is faux leather, so it's cheap as shit. And the same shit, the slide out parts. That's the most important thing.
It's still that Alcantara, though. It's very nice. That's what they put in fancy cars like Ferraris and Maseratis in the liner, the roof liner.
And there's the 3. Same thing. Shit. 3. Boom. And black. All black, baby. And then there's real leather in 4. That's real leather.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of watch rolls. That's
they're all over the place. They're all. I have the 6 watch one as well. It's a double thing. It's got a back on it. They're all over the fucking apartment. They're everywhere. I've got so many of them, and I have their winders and their stands and stuff.
Oh, they make winders and all of that stuff.
They do. I also got something recently from Cased in Time. There's one here. Oh yeah, this is Cased in Time. Different guys, not Mirage, but we like these guys too. Now these guys do the clips. You see the clips on either side. So you clip. You see?
Oh yeah.
Not as crazy about that plan, but okay, that's fine. And it's like the Hercules ones, the ones that Carissa spruiks. They do the same kind of thing. They're nice as well. But Mirage for me, for the rolls, Cased in Time for these little bastards. Where are they? The one that I gave to Emmett. These little fuckers.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Cased in Time for them. That's the winner for Cased in Time. They're amazing. And their pouches. But
that's cool.
For the rolls, MirageLuxuryTravel.com, guys.
And the boxes that they come in are crazy.
I know.
The packaging is unbelievable.
Isn't it? Like they add so much stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to feature me because I'm back to the Wonder Woman box. What I love about Mirage's box is that they're invisible. Wonder Woman, the world is waiting for you. My old guitar player used to play that Wonder Woman theme with the song and the vocal melody together because he was that kind of guitar player. Those guys that can play everything at once. Because he was obsessed with Wonder Woman. He was obsessed with Linda Carter. Were you in love with Linda Carter when you were a boy?
It was my first crush.
Of course, because she's still gorgeous.
She's still my crush. I look at her now and I'm like, oh yeah, I see it still. Oh my god.
It's funny. We
There's
met.
video of her around the internet singing. She's a
Oh no,
singer.
dude, you have no idea. She's got the biggest gay following in the world because she's a cabaret artist.
Oh my god,
She
she's
does. She's been doing cabaret for like 30, 40 years. She gets up there and sings like the standards, the Gershwins and Cole Porter, and all the homos are in the front row going, "We love you, Linda. We love you." Yeah, they love it. I didn't know that until we met a friend of Paul's. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm going to Rainbow and Stars and I'm going to see Linda." Oh my god. And we're like, "Linda who? McCartney?" Like, what do you think of when you think of Linda? He's like, "Oh my god, what are you crazy? Wonder Woman." Like, what is she doing there? He's like, "She's a singer." I'm like, "She is? She's like a pageant singer, to be fair. You know, she's
Right.
pageant quality vocalist.
Yeah,
Whenever you see
yeah.
the talent portion of the pageant, and the girl, she's beautiful and statuesque, and she's like, what would be a pad? What's a perfect pageant song? uh, she'd
You
sing
know
like,
better than me, man.
'Cause I'm your lady and you are my man. You know, it's all very regimented because their voice teacher had to just sing it straight like that. You know,
Oh, it's so awful.
just terrible. It's always,
Yeah,
and
I
then they
remember
have the
seeing
big belt at the end. Wish you love.
everyone claps. The
Right.
the the bit I saw her singing, and it was delightful to, it was nice, but it was, yeah, it was very, she was very straight. She didn't have an extraordinary voice or anything. But then now I'm getting sad for her because like her only real claim to fame was that stupid role where she'd spin around and become Wonder Woman.
And she had her lasso and her magic car and her amulets. With her giant boobs. She's like fucking 6'1". She's a giant lady.
Ugh,
She
love her.
comes from the island of Amazons. Isn't that where Wonder Woman came from? Like the Amazon island?
I don't know.
All the big ladies.
I
I have
don't
a
know.
question as to Mark Wilde. Mark Wilde. Linda Carter was my first Tim Henman. Nearly a semi.
What on earth does that
Do you
mean?
get what that means?
No, I'm stupid. I'm
Tim
ignorant.
Henman was
Listen.
Britain's golden boy for tennis, and
Uh-huh.
he never made it. He never got. He actually, they had like Henman Hill where everybody would watch Wimbledon from this hill, and he was like he was the appointed guy. He was the heir to. He was gonna win. He was gonna win, and he never did. So that's his little joke, Linda Carter. It's very clever. It's very well thought out. Because I know tennis, I got it. Nearly a semi. You dirty, dirty, dirty boy. I was in love with Erin Gray from Buck Rogers. Colonel Wilma Deering. Do you remember her?
Erin Gray.
Yeah, I'll pull her up. Hold on.
I'll
I'll
pull
get you.
her up now. Erin Gray. Buck Rogers.
I was obsessed with her. More
Oh,
probably.
she's so cute. Oh, I like her. Let me
She'd wear
sure.
those suits. And then I realized that I was really in love with Gil Gerard.
Oh, she was super cute. I like her.
You
Yeah,
got to
I
get some of
remember.
the white suits she had on. Look at this Pinterest. Fuck Pinterest.
I know. I know.
Oh,
It's
she's an
pulling
old lady
anything
now.
up these days is a
Yeah.
fucking pain in my ass.
Yeah. She's so cute.
Yeah.
And then I realized it
Reject,
was
reject, fuck off, everyone. I miss the internet when it was simpler and there was no commercials at all.
oh no.
When it was free, when it was for the people, by the people.
So
Yeah, she was super cute.
she's so cute. I was watching Amazon Prime the other day and a commercial came on when I was watching Catastrophe because Amazon Prime just added commercials. If you want no commercials, you have to add $2.50 a month to your subscription. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Gil Gerard. He married Connie Selica, who was beautiful. And Erin Gray. He's so old now. How did that fucking happen? Yeah, look, here's a shot of these two. Let me get this up here. It's fucking beautiful. So I thought I was totally into her. Then I realized, oh shit, that's not true. Why is it not showing up? Gil Gerard and Great. Oh, here it is. These two.
Mm.
Then I wound up. I took him over her, but you know that's how it works.
Jesus, what a strange reality.
It was like,
Can't
well,
even
you know,
think
it's like
of
you
that.
didn't have to go through that when you were a little kid. When you were a little kid, you're like, why is that doing? Why is Sam Elliott in Lifeguard doing it for me? Like you don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't. I
You never had to go through that.
No.
It's funny, like what you would never know. Roar of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. $10. Sorry, gentlemen, but Rudy Giuliani was a fraud. It was the NYPD under Bill Bratton that cleaned up. Well, Bill Bratton,
okay, that's interesting to me.
Bill
I
Bratton.
never liked Rudy Giuliani. I always thought he was a cunt. Sorry.
The two commissioners that followed Howard Safir and former DA. Well, Bernie Kerrick's in prison.
This is interesting. I like this. This is curious to me.
He's in prison. Bernard Kerrick went to jail. I don't know if he's still in prison, but he certainly went to jail. Roar the Tiger also says Erin Gray did CTV commercials for them, but she did them here too. She said, Bloomingdale's, it's like no other store in the world. Oh, Kerry got it right. The pageant girls. Don't cry out loud, just keep it inside and learn how to hide your feelings. They do pageant singing. It's just ultra supported breath control. Don't cry out loud. It's like you can teach any monkey to sing with proper vocal technique. It doesn't make them a good singer. It just makes them a singing.
I'd try that right now. I would never do it, but if I tried it, I would barf up a lung right now.
I probably just woke up the dead. That was so loud in here.
Your neighbor. You're
oh, good.
That's what you need to do all night is just fucking sing like that. Don't cry out loud.
Just keep it inside.
The cops come by and you're like, oh, sorry, officer. I'm a singer. I'm practicing for my Broadway show.
I'm doing my Broadway show.
Worries. No worries.
It's called Miss Saigon.
Yeah, you got to make her life a misery now. Just sing constantly.
Sing a song, make it simple to laugh the whole night long.
Beautiful. That's what we want. She's gonna move out of there in 6 months. She'd be like, fuck it, forget it. This guy keeps breaking into song.
You're a mean one. I have a new name, but I can't say this online. And Mr. Grinch, you can guess what it is.
Oh, geez.
Cookie Monster says, fuck's sake. Oh, God. Mark Gerard is in the house. Hey, Mark Gerard, where have you been? Yeah, Linda Carter is Mexican. That is very true. Yeah, she's got some flavor. She's got some salsa.
Oh, I was so in love with her.
Yeah. Who's the sexiest Latino of all time? It's got to be Salma Hayek, right? 100%.
Or the one you don't like, fucking Sophia Vergara.
I think is a man in real life.
And now I just watched some of her new show. They put makeup on her though, like changed her face, made her look more manly or something. In some new show, but she's playing a drug dealer. But I mean, in her, I don't know, 10 years ago in Modern Family, I mean, that shit was like crazy.
That was, first of all, I resisted that show for the longest time, and when I finally tuned in, it was fucking hilarious.
My favorite is Phil. And I love Phil like doting over Sophia, They're at the swimming pool. She's behind getting out of the swimming pool, and he's talking to his wife, and he's just like, she's like, are you looking at Sophia in my sunglasses? And he's like, is she moving in slow motion, or is that just me?
Yeah, Phil Dunphy's great, man. Really great. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about her. I would feel like if like we were making out, I might want to do this. Let's see. Does she have a penis down there? Just do a quick little reach around just to make
Yeah,
sure
you
that.
always thought that.
I always thought that there's something masculine about her. I don't know what it is, but I think Salma Hayek is the smoke show of all smoke shows.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. My sister Carrie says that Ray Kelly was the best commissioner. I had a soft spot for Ray Kelly, and his son was the biggest douchebag in history. Cute as fuck, but he wound up. Here's a great story about what's his name? Greg Kelly. He was the host of some ridiculously far right wing Fox show where the woman on the show, she was parodied on Saturday Night Live as going, oh my God, toxic mold. Toxic mold.
What are you?
They were just, how they just parody like the morning shows. That hurt doing that.
Toxic mold.
And it was Cherry Terry. Remember Cherry Terry? Genius. Loved her.
All right.
So Greg Kelly apparently hooked up with this chick after a party. She took him back to her law office where they did the nasty on her boss's desk. And they had a great time, so he thought. And they exchanged some texts and stuff. And then, like a couple of weeks later, the feds came to his house and handcuffed him. And he was accused of raping this woman at a party. Turns out she was engaged. It turns out that her husband, or soon-to-be husband, or I don't know if he ever became her husband, turns out she disappeared and she made up the story. I think this guy drugged me and he's on TV, and it was eventually thrown, and he was fired from Fox and all those. He's fired, and then they all had to. He got his life back. They probably moved him to Illinois or something, but he got rehired and he came back on the show because she had written texts like 3 days after the fact. They were extremely complimentary about their escapades and how she couldn't wait to do it again. And we got to be careful because I'm engaged. But this was like Army Hammer shit, but he got away with it. He was found not guilty of it, and he didn't get destroyed. But this was also before we were completely canceling people.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now. All you need to do is make the accusation and they're done.
Yeah.
Hey, Rufus, I'm right there with you. Anna Darmas, but she's Cuban. Is that?
No, that counts. What Bala says, Eva Mendes, she's fucking ridiculous too.
Yeah.
That scene in The Other Guys, where he's like, "Hey man, who is that? It's the old ball and chain." No, seriously, man, who is that? It's like, "That's my wife." He's like, "No, seriously, man.
Yeah. Who is that? Why are you with Alan? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Backface. It's gonna catch on. That film. Every scene in that film is utterly hilarious, and Steve Coogan is in that film, and he's like a corrupt lawyer or businessman or whatever. And just to divert their attention, he offers them tickets to stuff like, courtside seats for the game. And the next thing they're courtside and they're like loving the game. And they're like, hold on, I feel like we just got played. And they go back into the office. And he's like, "Gentlemen, I'll give you two options. Jersey Boys or, some other show." Next thing it's like, they're the Jersey Boys. They're like, "Shit, we got played again." Like that film is pure comedy condensed into a small wrapper. It's amazing.
It's amazing. I agree. And nobody cared.
Honey, you come down here dressed like a hobo. Oh, but seriously, who is that? Who is that?
Who? No, seriously, man. Who is that?
Who is that?
He's dying. One of those other movies. There's so many movies like that. That movie Stuck on You is a movie that I watch constantly because I can't believe how fucking funny it is. And Eva Mendes is in that. She plays this actress who's in the motel that lives there. And she's just there and she's not getting anywhere. She goes, "I'm just not pretty enough. They don't like me."
I guess she met Ryan Gosling on that film, Place Beyond the Pines, right?
Yes.
Which I loved. I love that film.
Are they together?
Oh my God. Super married with kids.
Oh, are they? Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. When he won for that moon landing film, whatever it was called, Or was it La La Land? I can't remember.
Did
One
he
of
win
those.
an Oscar? Does he have an Oscar?
I don't know if it
She
was an Oscar.
does.
What did she get it for?
She got it for not her, Eva Mendes. The La La Land. Emily.
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
Okay.
Emma Stone has an Oscar already. She's going to get another one for the porno movie that she just made.
Oh, Vaughn, buy a Frollo. I did. Vaughn,
Vaughn's getting one of these beautiful Mirage.
Oh, Vaughn just bought just bought a Frollo.
Oh, he just
Which
bought
one
one?
did you buy? He just bought one. Which one do you want, man? Vermilion. He wants vermilion. Well, on the leather. Well, you get leather and rubber, my friend. So Vaughn just bought a Frollo.
Did he really just buy one?
Yeah, he just bought one now. There's been 3 sales in the past hour.
Wow.
That is your. Let me put it on. Why not?
Put it on.
That's my favorite. The vermilion on the leather is actually my favorite of all the configurations. But for some reason, those Tiffany's were flying, man. Like crazy. The Whiskey Cigar Lounge fellas were loving the Tiffany. I guess it's summer watch vibe. Yeah.
I have to say that I think I like the vermilion the best too. I really do. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love that strap. Look at that.
Just bring that to the beach. Get it wet. Get it dirty. Get sand all over. Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
My sister said Rosanna Scotto. Do you remember her when she was in New York? That was who it is. The one that was like, toxic mold. She talked like this, Greggy. She's just, New York fucking.
Thanks, Vaughn. That's cool. Thank you, man.
That's great. Look at this. He's starting an empire. Fantastic.
This is going to be a great adventure because we're going to release a lot of different watches over the coming years. These are going to be like the, edition 1. They're going to be like, hey, Jesus, did you get one of the first ones?
Oh,
and we're going to come out with different stuff, It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. I never thought I'd have so much fun with this. But anyway.
That's so cool.
For anybody interested, there's also the blue. Deep.
That's like beautiful. A deep royal blue.
Yeah. That's a Venice blue. You see that on a lot of the flags here. And then for fun, shits and giggles, a Tiffany.
I bet that's going to be a big seller because people are crazy for that color.
It already is. We're sold out of them already.
It's because it just exudes elegance and exclusivity.
And like people want a bright color for the beach. Because the good weather is coming back, man.
Is it?
The sun is going to start shining again.
Where is it? And Vaughn's right. I think the Tiffany color will get tired after a while. Maybe. It depends, I do like a blue dial or a light blue dial. I think it's all what you get used to, too,
Oh, I agree with Vaughn. I mean, the red is May, man. And then the blue, but
I generally don't like red anything. I don't own anything red. I don't. And I like
it's not a red. It's not fire engine red.
Not.
It's a different kind of orangey red, rusty red.
Hitesh C wants to know if you're doing yellow.
No, there's no yellow yet. Do you want yellow?
What about green dial?
Maybe that'll come.
It's not very Venetian,
It's the connection with Venice, fellas. I mean, the Tiffany is just a bit of a joke, a bit of a mess, but like they're loving it. But
how about the color of the canals, which the Venetian in Las Vegas got so wrong when they made the fake canals? Because there is a very unique color to that water. And it's not filthy dirty. Somebody said earlier, I forget who it was way down in the chats about Venice. And they said, some people love it or some people hate it. And, and he says he loves it. And I love it. But I had a funny thing. Before he moved there, I'd been there a couple times. First time I went there was the most magical experience of my life. Second time I went there wasn't as good. The third time I went there, I said, every time I see Venice, I love it a little bit less. And then when when I went back.
Why did you say that?
Before you moved there.
Yeah, but why? Why would you love it a little bit less?
Because we had one bad trip to Venice, and it was just like every meal was kind of shitty. We just didn't go to good spots. It was out of my hands. It was out of my hands. It wasn't done the way we like to do Venice. And we wound up, staying at a weird place, and just was like, meh. And it was also like loaded. We went in the height of tourist season, so it was just really ugly. And I just
Sure.
said that once, and then I ate my words because it's my happy place. Venice is my happy place. I don't love anywhere more in the world than I do the city of Venice. It's my favorite place. You can New York used to be that way too. It was never my favorite place because I live here, but I'm sure some people think that New York is amazing, and it can be. But there's a lot of shitty stuff going on. But that's true, I guess, in every city. Vaughn almost bought a Breitling Super Ocean in Tiffany, but the more he looked at it, he got bored of it. Okay. Yeah. The Vermilion
Tiffany doesn't have any depth to it. It's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
And remember, Tiffany is the color of the bag and the wrapping. It's not the product, right?
No, it's the bag.
It's the bag and the wrapping. And
I'll show you something I have from Tiffany. Hold on.
Yeah, you've got a fucking case on. You've got a wine opener, but it's not the product. Putting the color on the product is really weird. If I don't say so myself, or if I say so myself. So yeah, that's the Vermilion. That's the one you just bought, Vaughn. Yeah, that's my favorite one. I like the blue too. Tiffany's the one that still I've got to come around to, but they're fucking flying out the door. I guess summer it's beach watch, which I can understand. Michaela says I love my Tiffany teapot and Tiffany coffee cups. Yeah, I guess cups would be nice. They might be that I can see how they might be nice. I guess it suits certain things and not other things. It's me drinking a hot whiskey on Sunday going, what the fuck is going on with my throat? It's my infection was beginning. Sorry, I have the 4 buttons. I should undo a button there, Michaela. Don't judge. Don't judge. I was feeling ill. Here's my little panorama. This is my little motorized thing that I put my camera on. People think I'm crazy. Frollo. La famiglia Frollo. Simone. Samuele. Samuele is actually a gondoliere himself. He actually is one of the gondoliere.
Nice.
And there's the big fucking bracelet.
What did you do with my glasses?
Big hunk of fucking steel there. For $100 extra, I think that's worth the deal. I think.
For the bracelet?
Yeah, because you get the other straps anyway.
That's the deal.
That's the deal, right? Just get it on the bracelet and then put it on the straps. In fact, if anyone wants to buy it on the bracelet, then I'll fit it on the strap for you, and you can just have the bracelet in the box. That's fine. And there's the tip.
Oh, you can't see it. I'll fix it. How would you?
It's invisible, dude. Oh, there you go. You see? Same. It's such a strange color.
It is. And then shit. Yeah, it's very strange. It's like it's pale blue with a significant amount of green in it.
Yeah.
That's why if I put it on the green screen, it will completely disappear.
But it's crazy because the color difference between it and your green screen behind you is like
it's totally different.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visual background. Bum, 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 bum. See?
Jesus.
You see, it picks up the green. There's enough green in here because blue. What do I have here that's blue? Like really blue. See, that's blue. And look.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Wow.
But it picks up anything that's got a little bit of green in it immediately.
So it's technically green. Wow. That
this is a creepy.
Nuts. It's not creepy in any way. You could do a whole show like that.
I could, but I won't. This is a beautiful thing, but it's the worst opener I have. It's gorgeous art. It's
Let me
beautiful.
see. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's a shit open. Yeah, it's one of those awful ones. There's no elbow.
No.
Yeah.
There's no elbow.
You can't use that.
I don't, but it is gorgeous, and it was a gift from two people I cherish.
Is it sterling silver?
It is fucking one big hunk of sterling silver.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's probably worth $600-800.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah.
They gave it to us at dinner at the TWA hotel. I think it was like it was our 30th anniversary. We just went there and we stayed the night, and they came and met us for dinner, and they gave me a bottle of Gaia.
Oh, nice.
Barbaresco. And that. They're very generous, beautiful people. It's like I never use it, but it's like it has no elbow on it, so it's really hard to fucking get anything done with it. Yeah, that's just the way it works. That's okay. So someone with green eyes would, I guess that's true. Well, actually, it's not true because people don't really have eye color. It's not true.
It goes in and then back out, right?
Yeah. So if you have green eyes, they'll show up. But Sheen does have green eyes. No, because our eyes are just like these louvers that refract the light. So no, it wouldn't work. Watch this whole thing on there. It's fascinating how eye color is not really a real thing. You know, maybe you could wear crazy contact lenses. How about green screen contact lenses, and then you could have any color you want. Any color you like. Isn't that a song title?
Any color you like is Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I went outside to go get this box, and the lady was screaming. She looked at me and she's like, "Where the fuck? Where's my tuna? Where is my tuna?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Billy G says Tiffany's. My sister Carrie, who's in this chat right now, worked for Tiffany and Company for like 10 years. So she knows all. She's probably got tons and tons. Did you get the Ray super chat here?
No, sorry.
I promised to be a good boy, Santa. Red dial Farello.
Frollo, yeah.
Yeah, Frollo. That's what he meant.
Red dial, yeah, man. Absolutely, yeah. Vermilion. That'll look good on you, brother.
Yeah, it would look good. He's a big Westie lug, that guy.
Yeah.
You got a big wrist on you there, Ray? I got pictures of you. Well, we won't talk about that, but pictures of your wrist. Vaughn says his next trip to Trento, I'll drop in that shop in Venice to show off my Frollo. Did you go to Trento, Vaughn?
If you do, come down to Venice, yeah.
I have never been to Trento.
It's way up into the mountains.
Yeah, it's in
there's
the mountains.
Trentino, and then there's Trento, and there's a big difference between Trentino and Trento. You reach Trento, you're basically in Germany. You're headed into Germany then.
Yeah. My sister said Robin's Egg Blue. Carrie, do Tiffany have a patent or a trademark on that specific color blue? Because like even when Patek Philippe and Rolex did a Tiffany dial, it certainly was not the real Tiffany color. It was just a baby blue, really. Does Tiffany have that? She worked for that big design guy, John Loring. So she worked there for quite a while. She's got some great Tiffany shit. Tobster, what do you got to say? What do you got, Tobster? Everybody's favorite right-wing pundit. Tiffany blue is hideous. Bamford uses that blue on everything, and it's gross. Reminds me of that transgender pride flag comet thing I hate. Pride is the sin. Bring back the transgender shame. You know what? You want to know the truth, and I've said this a million times, and I'll just repeat myself. It was so much more fun when we were in the closet. It was. It was fun sneaking around, not having to go to parades, not having to change our pronouns, pretending we found that we fancied that girl in the office. It was a lot more fun. Sneaking around, going to creepy bars that were like down an alley in the back. You have to have a password, knock on the door. Barbara Streisand, Judy Garland.
Sexier.
It was sexier, you know. Hooking up.
That's the problem with affairs. That's the problem. That's the big clincher when you're when you're doing that stuff. You know, you're meeting a woman at a hotel on a regular basis, and I've been there. And she's married. And there's a
is she married?
But there's that feeling like if she ever like broke it off, got divorced, and then was with you, wouldn't have the same sexual energy or electricity.
No,
she gets addicted to that. Like, you know, I feel bad, but there's something about what I'm doing. Yeah,
that's why people like to get the danger. They're addicted to the danger,
the
possibility of being discovered. Right. Secrets being revealed, sneaking around. It's fun to sneak around, you know, dress up, put a cloak on, you know, it's fun to do that. And
it's exhilarating. It may be daunting and there may be fear, but there's exhilaration there.
Yeah.
So then if they break it off and they go, okay, I'm going to be with my lover, and then the lover is like snoring next to them in the bed, just like their husband did.
Yeah, farting.
Like, yeah, it's gone. It's gone now.
Yeah, the first
it was much more adventure. Yeah, because the husband was farting and snoring and going to work, and I was dealing with the kids. The lover was pristine.
Yeah,
because I'd meet him at the bar and he'd have a suit on and cologne, and you know, and take me to the bedroom and make me feel like I'm 21 again. You know, and it's all to do with that. It's very dark. We're good at that dark shit, me and you.
Listen, that shit was fun. Like, you'd go to a bar and then somebody would say, "Police, run!" Everybody would scatter like cockroaches because, like, what are you going to get arrested for just standing in a bar? But when you were gay and in a gay bar, and believe
it was actually illegal. Wow.
Well, not in my day, but the generation just before me, it certainly was.
Can you imagine the excitement of that?
Yeah, being jailed. There's a great song. I forget what it was, but Liza Minnelli sang it in concert, and it's by Charles Aznavour, who's a genius, if anybody doesn't know, and I'm sure you guys are all so smart. He's a French composer, singer, pianist, and he writes the most beautiful stuff. He wrote a song called "What Makes a Man," and it's about these homosexuals sitting around in some Parisian cafe bar, and they're talking about how they love to spread gossip and talk gossip and start a rumor and how fun it is. But it turns out that he lives in a place with his mother, and it's very depressing. And at night he transforms from a man into a woman. He's a drag queen, and it's like it's like the 30s. And then the other guy's lyric is all about how they were all bandied together and arrested and beaten. So it wasn't so fun. Listen, there's romance.
Sir, don't start that bollocks. I actually follow a gay couple on Instagram who live in Gaza. Don't start your horse shit.
It's not illegal to be gay in Palestine.
It's against their religion, but it's also against Judaism, and it's also against Christianity. There are places in the United States, in the deep south, if they find out you're gay, they'll beat the fucking shit out of you, and it's been going on for
unless
ages.
Of course.
So stop your fucking horse shit.
Unless, of course, you're mopping up with Lindsey Graham. He'll get you off. Both in both regards. Legally and sexually.
It's a dyke couple, I was about to say. Isn't that terrible? It's a lesbian couple. I was about to say it's a pair of dykes with cats.
You of course are talking about the Dutch phrase for
the Dutch it's partition of water.
Right. That's of course what you were talking about.
And you know, they're complete. Everybody knows them in the whole neighborhood. Mind you, now they're on the run. I think they've left the country.
They should. They're going to get obliterated.
Yeah. Did I say country? I meant prison.
Prison, yeah. The Stonewall. Yeah, that's before my time, but it was good shit. Vaughn says, my wife Nancy and her family are from the Trentino region. Go to Bolzano. You were in Bolzano. You did a whole video in Bolzano, didn't you?
I didn't do a video there, but I'd like to. I was there. Yeah, I spent a few nights there. Great hotels.
Yeah.
It was a jazz club and a cigar smoking lounge in the bar. Like there was a separate room, and you could go in and you could choose. You could buy cigars and drinks, and they bring them in, and it was all smokers. That's when I was learning how to smoke. That was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Bolzano's a nice town, very, very nice. Rolex is there. There's a AD right there on the strip. Great food, the big beers, like Germanic.
Yeah,
Because
like when you go to Trieste and you see them eating all that meat, and you're going,
yeah,
what
it's a bridge over because it's called Bolzano for the Italians, but it's called Bozen for the Germans.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Bozen. You're now in Bozen.
Yeah, I've never been there.
It's kind of cool. I liked it up there.
Wow. Flawless was a great movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman and De Niro. It really was. It was a great movie.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah.
De Niro was great.
De Niro's paralyzed, or he has a stroke.
He had a stroke, yeah. Philip Seymour Hoffman, you dick. Fucking you talented.
Why did he do that? Yeah.
He has kept a separate apartment so he could keep the heroin away from his kids. That's fucked up. Why would that guy be doing heroin? Remember, what's that great Nicolas Cage movie? The one where he's going looking for the snuff murderers. That's a great movie.
It was 8mm.
8mm. I love that movie so dark.
I haven't seen that film.
James, you've never seen it?
I've seen clips of it.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
The idea of snuff movies is so dark to me. I don't.
I've actually seen one because my friend Ricky is a sociopath.
Okay, well, yeah, we were talking about cruelty to animals earlier, me and you privately.
Yeah.
And I can't look at it.
No, me neither.
And I don't want to ignore it. I just literally can't look at it. I'll tear my clothes off and I'll set myself on fire. Like, I can't stand that things like that happen. Yeah. I think snuff is one of those things I can't.
Oh, of course it is. Well, I didn't know I was watching when he said, hey, check this out. I don't even know if it was real or not. It probably wasn't. But 8mm is amazing. Philip Seymour Hoffman is in it. James Gandolfini is in it. And, and Nicolas Cage is fucking brilliant. And it was shot right in Queens on the side of the Long Island Expressway, the house where the murderer lived. And it's really dark. Joaquin Phoenix is in it. Joel Schumacher, who either made like amazing movies or terrible films. That guy was so inconsistent.
Did you see Philip Seymour Hoffman's final movies? The Most Wanted Man and the other one with Christina Hendricks, whatever it was called. Most Wanted Man was really, really good. It was about terrorism. Yeah, they're in Hamburg in Germany. Just kind of a haven for terrorists coming out of Dagestan and places like that.
Wow.
And
how many stands are there?
7.
Oh, there's 7.
Afghanistan,
Turkmenistan, Pakistan, I probably came up with the hardest one of all.
Turkmenistan.
Yeah, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan. That's about all I got.
Kyrgyzstan.
I didn't know that.
There's 2 more.
Kazakhstan,
Uzbekistan,
Kazakhstan, of course,
and
Uzbekistan.
There's 1 more.
There's 1 more.
There has to be the 7. Can't think.
Ray says, "Don't forget Far Away Stan."
Far Away Stan.
Or Lucy on I Love Lucy. She pretended she was from Flakistan. Baba Booey Stan. No, we said Uzbekistan already, baby. We already said it. We missing one? Should we Google machine it?
Why not?
How many stands?
I love all that geography shit.
Yeah.
It's 7. I think there's 7.
7. Afghanistan. Oh, wait. Here we go. 7. Ready? They are Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. There you go.
Uzbekistan. Yeah, we got Turkmenistan.
Yeah. We got it. Okay, that's them. Now we know better. We're all better. We're all better for it. Let's see Carolyn Martin tonight.
There's a great line in that film. She might be doing something else. In that film, Most Wanted Man, he's dealing with guys coming out of Dagestan, and anyway, he's in this office, and his whatever his cohort. She plays, the two of them are agents, and they're at two different desks. And it turns out she's some German pop star or whatever who's turned actress now. She's a big, tall, stony woman or whatever. But anyway, he comes in, he gets his mail, and he goes, "Oh, another wedding invitation." Huh. And she goes, "Oh, really? Another man." No, she goes like this. I'm fucking it up. It's getting late now. Another woman thrown to the wall. She goes like this, and he goes, "What about the man? He also is getting married, because he has a bit of an accent going on. What about the man?" And she goes, "The man is the wall."
Oh,
fuck! That's a hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's from which one?
That film is called The Most Wanted Man.
Yeah, I remember the poster was just his face up close.
Robin Wright Penn is in that film.
Yeah, she's great.
She's the American intelligence.
Oh.
And which turns out to be the most brutal, the most hardcore.
She plays icy very well.
She's very icy in that.
Yeah.
She's super icy. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's CIA or whatever the fuck she is.
In that show, The House of Cards, when she plays Kevin Spacey. By the way, Kevin Spacey, who was found innocent of doing all those things, he's just a handsy old queen. His career is finished. Somebody hire him because he's great. She played his icy. You watched House of Cards, right?
I did, until the scandal. Until he's out of it. I'm like, why watch it without him?
Oh, it was no point. I watched it. It was Diane Lane and Greg Kinnear, two people whom I admire tremendously, and it was terrible. Terrible.
I love Diane Lane.
Yeah, of course you love Diane. Every man in the world in
5 seconds. Is she? What is she now? 70? I don't care. I'd marry her.
She's like 55.
I would marry her in 5 minutes.
She's still
less than 5 seconds.
She married Josh Brolin, and he was a drunk.
That's right. And she married Highlander.
She married Christopher Lambert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There can be only one. Oh, Rachel. My sweet Rachel.
My sweet Rachel. It's a kind of magic.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. What a fucking movie. I've seen that movie probably 500 times. Probably. And then they went in and they redid the special effects on it, and they were worse. The guy who directed that movie, what's his name? He was a video director. He did like Rio for Duran Duran. He was a big video director. And I think that might have been his big directorial debut for film.
He did some great stuff, because they did the camera going through the roof of the.
I agree, that was great, into the fucking Scottish Highlands.
Highlands, yeah, like going from a car park in New York into Scottish Highlands and stuff like that. There was a lot of play with the camera, like real effects. What do they call those?
Practical effects.
Practical effects. Thank you.
Well, that I don't know how they do that, because they went straight through like he was what was his name? Nash, right?
Yeah.
And because
Mr. Nash, where are you going in such a hurry?
Yeah. What are you cruising for, a piece of ass? That's a New York thing when he goes in that parking lot. That parking lot is
You're skipping quotes. Never skip quotes, man.
Did I skip quotes?
Yeah, because I was doing one quote and then you did a quote from a different part. That's
Oh, I didn't
sacrilegious.
hear you do that. What was your quote?
I said, "Well, Mr. Nash, where
Oh,
were you
okay.
going in such a hurry?" Then it pans into the lights, the flashing lights of the top of the car, and then it goes back to him in Scotland dying because of his wounds.
Oh,
Get your fucking quotes in
you're a
order.
movie quote. Well, you have the best quote in the whole film
Which one?
when they're carrying him out.
And they're carrying him
When
out.
he's getting beat up in Scotland.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There'll be no burning here today. We'll banish him. No, burn him. Can you walk, brother or cousin? Can you walk, cousin? I'll bloody well walk out of here.
It's the best line in the whole movie.
Then go and don't come back. I'll
So
never
sad.
forget you. There's a gazillion quotes. That whole film is quotes, man.
Wow. I still can't remember the name of that director. Highlander. I used to know all this shit. I used to have all the Russell Mulcahy. Yes, there we go. Russell Mulcahy did
It was
all
a
the.
perfectly made film. And never forget that Sean Connery was in that goddamn film.
Well, of course not.
The Quickening.
The Quickening, yeah. I saw the second one. It was absolutely atrocious.
I never saw it.
It's so bad. It's called The Quickening, and it's terrible. Yeah, and then the series with Adrian Paul, who's a fucking ride, and should have been James Bond. That guy should have been James Bond. When they were shopping around Daniel Craig's time, Adrian Paul was the man, and he was up for it, and he didn't get it.
Who's the next fucking James Bond? Do we have
It's
any
gonna
idea?
it's gonna be a trans black woman. It's gonna be some kind of Tobster fulfillment. Tobster is gonna he's gonna go on the war. It's gonna be something. Do you want to hear the funny thing? My father-in-law hasn't seen No Time to Die because he's so mad about them giving his 007 status away to that woman.
Oh,
and I said, no.
He's not mad.
I said, dude, it's not really work that way. He disappears. Nobody can find him. They assume he's dead. So they give his number. They didn't retire his number like he's Babe Ruth.
Yeah,
Mickey
somebody
Mantle.
else assumed it. Yeah.
Somebody else got it. And I said, and then she has to give it back. I said, he does get it back. I liked No Time to Die. I thought it was good. It was very long, though.
It wasn't Casino Royale.
Nothing.
Travis Watts, Sharia law and Western civilization don't mix, just admit it. At least he spelled my name right. That's why I'm answering this. See the truth. It's true. Like fucking Salman Rushdie wrote a novel. The one he wrote after Satanic Verses was all about that. That as the world gets smaller, that certain things aren't going to mix. Just like in a little fish tank, certain fish are never going to be able to exist in the same fish tank.
Right.
It's a strong argument to be made. Yeah. I mean, I'm open to the argument, but I don't know why you're talking to me about that, because most Muslims integrate into other countries without carrying Sharia law with them. So I follow a couple on Instagram as well who talk about the hijab, and it's they're really, really funny, and they're very lighthearted, and it opens your eyes to that kind of stuff. So
I used to work with a guy named.
I don't belong to any of these religions, just in case anybody thinks.
Of course,
just in case anybody thinks
silly. Anyway, they're all stupid. I worked with this guy Mohammed, and he was from not Pakistan, but Bangladesh, and he's a lovely guy. And I have a couple of books. He gave me The Life of Muhammad. He gave me a whole bunch of books for me to read because he knew I was an avid reader and wanted me to be more familiar. He gave me the Quran. Bunch of stuff, and we had this conversation about Sharia law, and he was in his 40s, and he's a very small man. He was about 5 feet tall, maybe less. He was a very little man, so he's not having much luck getting a wife here in New York, and he was going to move back to Sharia move back to Sharia law, move back to his country. And we had a conversation before he left, and he had been acting very distant and very weird, and he stopped hanging around with known homosexuals and people like that, like, being friendly to people. And I'll tell you what happened. He got he went and he drank the Kool-Aid of the people that dragged him back. He got married, and I heard he had children. And he said to me, he goes, I said, how come you're not talking to me anymore? And he goes, well, I can't live this lifestyle anymore. I've been here a long time because, he's selling alcohol to people on a daily basis.
Yeah, well, that's very against his.
Yeah, and I said, you're already breaking the law by doing that. He goes, I know, I'm going to pay for it, and in my next life or whatever, all this stuff, and he says, and I can't talk to you anymore. And then I said, next thing you're going to tell me you believe in Sharia law, and he goes, we all want that, and he walked away from me, and then he left, and then he quit. Right. But he wasn't like that originally. It's like, people who become fundamentalist Christians, doesn't matter what fucking bow you wrap it with. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's all the same nonsense. People who let religion rule their lives and come up with laws and how you punish people. And it's just nonsense. The other day I was saying, listen, I'm not a violent person. I could certainly... I don't want to do any of that stuff. But if you have conclusive DNA evidence of somebody murdering and raping your daughter, I'm like, why should a judge or a juror just hand them over to the fucking family? Let them deal with them the way they want to.
You're saying, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What do we need that for? Just open up the arena gates. One side is the guy that did, like, his blood is all over her dead body and his semen.
I need to hand you like a pork leg just in your hand so you can munch on it while you're doing that.
Yeah, I totally fuck that because the system is broken anyway. All the people who should get off don't, and all the people like here's a perfect example. And this is very, very,
You're
very
so
unpopular.
Generalizing with this. Okay, I know it's
not
for
generalizing.
Fun. Really, you truly believe that? You don't believe in due process. You don't believe in habeas corpus first. The original law for the rights of human beings, habeas corpus.
Yes.
And you don't believe in fucking due process? Come on,
think due process is corrupt.
There's probably a lot of errors in it, but do you think it's corrupt?
Errors. I don't know. I think everybody.
You want to take a person and just hand them to
the family. Yeah,
they'll just eat him.
Draw and quarter him.
You want to go back
Don't
to like
cry out loud.
You want to go. You want to be a gladiator with a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Right? By the way, I heard the thumbs up and thumbs down is in reverse. The thumbs up is kill him and thumbs down is don't.
In Roman times?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, that's kill him?
That is kill him and that's don't kill him. Because people think that's like save him and that's kill him, send him down.
Oh.
But actually it's the other way around. Who knows?
So they made a Gladiator 2.
You
aware of this?
No.
There's Gladiator 2's coming out this year. Ridley Scott directed it. It's all new cast of people. I'm like,
oh, I heard about that, and I heard Russell Crowe's a little beefed.
But he's a little miffed. He's very beefy.
He's beefy. He's a little miffed, I should say, that he's not in it. But he's too fucking old and fat.
He's Russell, baby. You're one cookie away from the Coliseum, my friend.
What is he eating?
He's eating other people.
I mean, he must be having barbecue every night with beers.
With ice cream.
There's got to be sweets in there too.
There's sweets. There's cakes. There's
cakes.
He
fucked up his watch collection because that guy has a sick ass watch collection. I mean,
Didn't he
they
sell
must
it?
Look terrible. He sold the ones that were associated with the previous marriage. It was called The Art of Divorce. That was the name of the auction. That was one of the first things I read about when I was getting into watches. The Art of Divorce, and him talking about his Yacht Master that he got after Master and Commander, which is a film I fucking love. I love that movie with
too.
David Bellamy or David, what's his name? And
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. Jesus. I'm fucking all over the place. Look at you correcting me. You're getting the names right now.
Sometimes when the synapses are firing.
Who's David Bellamy? How did I? Who's
David, isn't he the singer for Muse?
Is he? Did I just invent
That's
a person?
Matt Bellamy.
I invented a person. So anyway, but he's talking about Panerai.
Yeah.
because he got into Panerai during Gladiator, because he was on the set of Gladiator with all these fucking huge dudes and massive wrists. And they're all like, don't you have a fucking Panerai, man? You got to get a Panerai. And he's like, well, fuck yeah. They all had massive Panerais.
I
And
bet.
it was like an education for me, that video about his auction. But that wasn't his full watch collection. It was just the ones that were associated. Because what happened is he got divorced and she wanted the watches. Or the lawyer came after everything.
Oh,
that
she
he
wanted
had.
really? Wasn't there enough cash? She wanted the watches?
I mean, the lawyer comes after assets, and your
Yeah, I know,
watches are
but
assets. Yeah, the watches are a bigger asset than your car, and then your
I
furniture.
understand that.
Yeah.
But isn't there enough money to satisfy her before she needs to go after? Like, I remember when Michael Schenker got
They want
divorced,
half of everything.
they took his guitars, his Gibson guitars.
They want half of everything. They're all assets. They're all assets because this is it. I've heard of stories where house plants, big expensive plants in a house were assets and had to be divvied up. Their value, furniture, cutlery, silverware, but
Sure.
certainly watches. Watches are at the top of the list. Watches, jewelry, real estate, car, automobiles. They're fucking top of the list. Easy as well. Easy fucking sell them on. So he fucking auctioned that shit off. But anyway, he's fucked it up now because he's a big fucking fat wrist. All his Patexes, Pateks, and Rolex and everything, all like squeezed onto his big fat wrists.
Geddy Lee had a watch auction today.
What? How do I not know about that?
I just found out about that this morning because JS sent me actually sent me a link. Let me go see if I can find that. I know he did a baseball. I know he did a big baseball one.
Yeah, and he had a base display show on a while ago. I don't think he was auctioning anything though. So what watches were in there? I bet you there's loads of Belovas and weird watches. Vintage shit.
Where is it? He had sent me a link. Let me see. I can't find it now. He had a baseball watch auction, wristwatch. Should I say wristwatches? December 7th. No, I don't have any. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, here it is. Matter of time. Okay. Yeah. No, IWC's.
Shirt over.
I'm trying to get in there. Oh, yeah, here it is. Is this it? Yep. Hold on. I will do this right now. Don't cry out loud. That was funny, Carrie. That's Melissa Manchester. She went to the same voice teacher I went to. Marty Lawrence. Okay, so register for the... Oh, no, that's the wrong one.
Matter of time.
It's a matter of time. Hold on. I will get this. He ate Australia, says my sister. Yeah, it's true. Boom. Okay, so what has he got? This is this is his collection. He's got a G-Shock.
Wow.
Yeah. He's got, let's see.
Well, I can see it below over there. Yeah.
He's got a Hoyer. What is this thing?
Vintage. That looks like a Belova, no?
Is it? I don't know what that is.
Some weird watches.
He's got a bunch of Hoyers, Carreras.
Yeah.
What's this thing? Sorry. Doxa. It's got a G-Shock. Citizens. What the fuck? This is bullshit, dude.
A lot of shitty watches from over the years. He's got to have some sick shit though somewhere.
Where is the sick shit? He's got a Tissot Quickster.
Hamilton's.
Where's the real shit, dude? Where's the Geddy Lee money watches?
He doesn't have any. Is there fucking Rolex Daytona on the left? No, it's a piece of art.
Yeah. These aren't really his watches, are they? He's got an IWC Portofino automatic and rose gold for $5,000. That's cheap. A
Very
vintage
shitty.
Tissot. Yeah, he's getting rid of these watches because they're crap.
Yeah, but does he need the fucking money? Like,
Doesn't need the money.
I mean, what sort of charity is he building here? This is awful.
Oh my
This is the
god!
saddest fucking auction I've ever seen.
I'm so. It's. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, who cares? Who cares? What the fuck is that? Who cares?
that's not.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's not impressive at all.
Getty Nathaniel Henn says, "What watches are
Watches are
assets? Oh, don't
assets.
start this one."
Imagine Neil Peart's collection.
He was all
Beard.
Pateks. He
It
wore.
was all
He had
Patek.
one watch. He had a Calatrava that he lost, and then he found. They gave it back to him, and his wife had bought him another one. So he auctioned off the one, and he paid back the insurance company.
Oh, he did. Wow, good boy.
Who pays back the insurance company?
Neil
Nobody.
Peart.
Neil Peart does. Yeah. Neil Peart pays back that. Well, that's the kind, and he's dead. That just goes to show you that what kind of karma is going on in the world. The guy with the biggest brain, his own brain destroyed itself.
It's kind of perfect when you think about it. At least he wasn't like walking across the street and was hit by a little car or something. Like it's kind of poetic when you think of it.
I don't know.
No one lives forever, so
I understand that, and I just saw that Carrie Nuttall, his wife, was auctioning off all his silver gleaming Ally air cars, his all silver car collection. Now
I was
that was
obsessed with
nonsense.
cars.
It was all
Yeah.
Porsches and Ferraris and amazing automobiles, stuff from the 40s and 50s and 60s. Yeah, she just auctioned it off. I mean, I guess one has to do that, but
God.
because what is she going to do with that stuff? And,
Yeah, she's left with all this stuff. What about the drums? What's she gonna do with all the drums? Think what they would get at auction. Neil's kit from 1978 or Neil's kit from fucking Power Windows. Neil's kit from
yeah.
I mean, there must be some warehouse with all his kits and all his stuff. Neil's Slingerland snare drum from Farewell to Kings. That thing doesn't get $1 million.
By the way, he used that snare drum on every record. He never changed it. It was always that snare drum.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
the greatest.
I mean, he went from Slingerland to Tama to Ludwig to DW over the years, but he always kept that Radio King snare drum. It was always
that
snare
fucking
drum.
thing was just
Yeah.
it shaped my life, that snare drum.
Yeah. When Nick Raskulinecz started to produce them, and he said the last couple of records haven't sounded like Rush. We need to get a Rush. He's like, "Where's that snare drum?"
Jesus, it was more about how it was recorded than those.
Well, sure. You know that. Listen, you can date Rush albums. They always sounded of their time because those guys were always looking for what was now. You know,
Yeah.
those you can instantly tell which era those records were recorded in. The 70s records just sound amazing because the 70s was the best decade for recording rock music, period. 80s, weird shit started happening. Happens, all that shit happened. In the 90s, all got all muddy, grungy.
Yeah.
And then the noughties came around and people were like, "Oh, clarity's good again," instead of I don't know why people
kind
love
of
that
true.
shit. Yeah, nothing sounds better than a great recorded record from the 70s, a rock record. They sound amazing, and you can crank them up and it doesn't distort because they aren't mastered really loud.
Right.
It's amazing. I'll never forget when what is the name of that record? I always have a problem with the name of their big comeback record. What was it called? The one that was produced by them and Paul Northfield. Vapor Trails. That record was mastered so hot that I couldn't listen to it. It was just distorting all over the place.
I think I know the guy who wasn't it at Masterdisc? Wasn't Andy a Masterdisc? Didn't he fucking master one of our records too?
You had Ted Jensen mastered your first record.
No, but Andy did.
Did he?
We had a remaster done by Andy at Master. And
Master Disc.
Yeah, and he had done or he was involved in that fucking Rush record, and he got all hate mail for it.
Oh, he did. Let me see. I'm surprised that it's not Ted Jensen. Let me see
No,
who.
Ted was over at
Andy Van
Sterling.
Det.
Van Zet, yeah, and he would come to our
Oh no,
gigs.
he did the good one.
He did the redo.
Howie Weinberg did the original one. That's
I
Master
like
Disc.
that. I like that sound.
Not the sound of the first one. It's
I
distorted.
liked it. I know, but I liked it.
You
Isn't
did,
it
huh?
fucked up?
But you
I
can't
like
crank
that
it up.
first one.
You can't listen to it loud. It
Yeah,
goes.
you can. It won't distort more. It's already distorted. You just turn it up louder.
Oh,
But I
it's
liked
just.
it because it was very fucking mono and tough.
Oh,
Yeah, when we were recording our first record in San Francisco, there was a gym next door, and I would go run on the treadmill with that fucking record in my
one little victory,
headphones.
and that stuff.
Oh man, that shit just kept me going on the treadmill. I wouldn't stop. It
Mm.
kept me going and going. I'd go 14 times the amount of running that I would normally without
Earthshine,
music.
Ghost Riders. I love
Ghost
Peaceable
Rider,
Kingdom.
the secret touch.
Secret Touch is great. Yeah,
Dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, that shit just was heroin in the veins. Then they remixed it and redid everything, and I was like, eh, it's still cool, but it's not as electric anymore.
Oh, Dave Leonard mixed it, and then David Buttrill remixed it. Now that guy's amazing. He does all the Katie Lang mixing, and those records
There was
sound.
something lost in the remix, I have to say.
Well, they remixed it, and remixing never works. Never works.
Yeah, never do it. Never do it.
Now, Paul Northfield did is one of the engineers from the studio, and of course he was the engineer on Permanent Waves and Moving Pictures. He was the engineer for Terry Brown. And a band that I love that you don't really know anything about was Queensryche. They worked with Paul Northfield almost exclusively for a while, and those records are pristine. They're so beautifully. That guy did it because they went to the studio and they did that shit. It's all about who mixing is a problem. Some people can fuck up a mix. That's where there's guys out there that are famous for mixing, and then guys that aren't. Like Bob St. John, he mixes everything so wide. How does he do that? Like, I don't even know. There's only so far you can go.
Do you remember I sent a song to him for the
Yeah,
Louder
it was
record?
amazing. Yeah.
And I had a mix, and his mix was like, it made my dick went.
Yeah.
His mix was so fucking. There was
So
such majesty
big.
to his mix, and my
Yeah.
mix was like a nerdy dude mix.
I don't know how he does that. I said, how do you make the Mick mine when we all our reference mixes were so small. They sounded good because they were decently recorded, but all of a sudden there's all this expanse majesty, like he said. I don't know how he gets that. Because there's only so far you can go left and right. I'm like, how do you do that? I don't know, man. That guy. There's a lot of guys like that. The fucking Bob Clear Mountain and that fucker.
Steve Lyon is like that. I've done
Steve
a lot of
Lyon.
work with Steve, and I'll do a mix, and then he'll do it. And then you go,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, let me just go over
Yeah.
there because because it's just Jesus fuck, and the vocal is like sparkling from the heavens, and you're just like, well, I don't know how you did that, Steve, but that's why Steve gets paid all that money.
Ray says this is nearly as thrilling as Emmett and Machine talking guitar strings for hundreds.
Sorry,
We nerded out. Anyway, we're 2.5 hours down the pike.
Yeah,
anyway,
we're over.
So, did we get Travis Watts' super sticker? Did we say thank you for that super sticker, Travis Watts? Let's give the shout outs to Let's give the shout outs to all the super chat superstars. We got Shane McGee, Roar of the Tiger, Ray, Nathaniel Han, and Travis Watts, $10. Wow. Thank you so much. Is that the whole thing? Ray. Wow, that's where we suck tonight. Nathaniel Han and Ray, Dean, Andrew Walker, which I missed a bunch. Scotty H, Alan Gilbert, Shane McGee, Nathaniel Han and Ray, Shane McGee, Emmett O'Malley, Angelo Minichello, Shane G, Roar the Tiger, Ray, Nathaniel Han and again, Travis Watts again. You're all superstars, man. Thank you so much. Shane, you feeling better? You think you're on the road to recovery?
I don't know. I'm tired.
Get a couple of days off.
Yeah.
We have a couple of days off.
At least I can breathe. So that's the
Yeah,
important
breathing
part.
is apparently good.
Yeah.
Easy E again. 10. Look at that guy, you crazy motherfucker. Easy E, $10. We should meet for coffee, my
Thanks,
friend, since
Easy.
you live
That's
in my
cool.
town. Let's do that. Send me a message at basherdurk@gmail.com since we live in the same city. I'll wear a watch, you wear a watch. We'll talk about that. We'll have coffee. Who cares? We'll have coffee. Who cares? Go to bed.
It looks like somebody just bought another watch.
Did they? Look,
Oh
he's
my
having a good
God.
night.
Yes. John Carmotti just bought the red on the bracelet. Wow.
Fantastic.
Congrats.
On the bracelet.
Fantastic.
You're going to have to wait for that because it's back ordered.
Yeah, but they're coming.
Crema on me. Gisborome. That's how they say it in Italy.
Gizboro.
Gisborome. And you're right. I did say that the other day. I watched
Me,
the
not
video.
me.
Yeah.
Skydeck, man.
Isn't that what it means? Kind of Gisborome, like crema on me. Isn't that kind of what it means?
Gizboro, I mean.
Yeah, I know what
Can I say it? Can I say
No,
it? No.
it means like, yeah. We know what it means. You could look it up, guys. Spora means sperm.
There's a nice way of saying it though. Gizbacho.
That's like
Macho is not nice, but it's like saying sugar instead of shit, you know, or feck instead of fuck, you know.
Right.
Gizbacho.
Gazpacho.
Yeah, older people here say gazpacho.
Oh, yeah, this is the dirty.
Kind of messed up that they're making a clean version of a terrible, sick thing. It's fucked up.
Look at Bala.
And jizz, exactly. Gizbala me.
I'm like a 14-year-old boy idiot.
I've gotten to the point now where Gizbala comes out naturally.
Sure.
Like I'll be in a line on Gizbala. Like I told you the other day at the fucking supermarket.
Yeah, that's amazing.
In San Marco, we're all waiting. Then the dude is like, what did he say was her name? Michelle or something?
No, you said it, and it was you can't change it now. It was so good.
Whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just call her Susan.
But I think no, because he
was
was French. And he's like, Michelle. And I'm in line and I'm like, Michelle, come on, Michelle, where the fuck? And everybody starts laughing. I'm like, come on, Michelle, we're all waiting for you, Michelle. Gotta move on, Michelle. Michelle, where are you? And then I was like, get bought. I don't have fucking time for this shit. Get bought.
That's terrifying. Crazy people.
All right, close it up, man.
So thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday nights for Watch Fashion Police. And we'll be back on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Dirk weekdays. Congratulations to all the winners from the banana bread to the watch rolls. Thanks, Ush, for that. And they're getting the beautiful Mirage luxury travel pouches. You guys will enjoy that. And don't forget to say please and thank you. Don't forget to hold the door open and try not to be a dick unless they're a total cunt.